Bursting blues with a laugh in my eye. Shades of wonder got me on a high. We spin stories in purple and gold. Girls got colors nobody can hold. We mix it up, we make it new. Splash it in bold, that's how we do. Running on fun, we won't slow down. Paint the town, turn it upside down. Push out my favorite traffic jam. Color like a fool, yeah, you know who I am. Dreams on the canvas, magic in my head. Painting out loud, I don't care where I live. Like a fool, splashing wild, breaking the rules. Like a fool, like a fool, like a fool. Every line, every you. Welcome to the dream team, the brush out crew.
You know, that's ghetto. You're supposed to be professional people here.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday for a surprise brush hour. I am in the middle of texting a friend and trying to get my brain situated because I didn't have the greatest of sleeps. I kept having like really weird dreams and then waking up with said dreams. I don't know. It took me a long time to fall asleep. So it just was an eventful evening that should not have been. But we're here now. It doesn't matter. I'm here now. You're here now. And I appreciate you. I see you all over here this morning. And thank you so much. Today, I have let's just talk about the elephant in the room, okay? I have no idea if Nomi's going to be here this morning. I think she had to stay up late for something else after we were done with our gaming stream. And I have not heard from her today, so I have no clue. But she might pop up later on in the day. I don't know. You guys know, it's always a whirlwind. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to Madam Nomi. But I see that Larry has dropped Nomi's link there. Subscribe to her gaming channel. We're getting her on the way up to monetization, trying to help her out. And so, you know, all that in the third. I don't care. It's going to be spicy morning Tabitha because she didn't sleep well. So I don't care. If she gets monetized, if she doesn't, I do care, but I don't care. Fine. You know, it's whatever. No, we try to help each other out. Speaking of which, I have something super fun to show you this morning. No, I didn't make it. No, it's not another Kickstarter, but it's something super cool. By the way, I saw, for those that did support the Dinosaurs of the Wild West campaign, I saw they've been doing some more updates with getting sets figured out, finding locations to film, all the cool stuff. So I'm like, color me thrilled. But because of my search for independent creators on YouTube, I have stumbled upon some really wild ones that are super cool. And I really wanted Nomi to be here to show you this one because it kind of reminds me of a game that she and I and some of our friends have played in the past, but different. And I'm going to be showing it to you. We're going to do Indie Spotlight this morning. But first, excuse me, I had to take a sip of my coffee that has way too much cream in it, or I use milk. But first, good morning, everybody. The real Steven TV is here saying good morning to Tabitha and to Nomi, but she does not get to receive it. DL hitting us with everything and the kitchen sink and the Sophie Cunningham finger we have added to the list. John the Jess, good morning. Larry Knight over here and on the kick side, dropping links. Thank you so much. Hulk Smash with the elixir of life. Hello, hello. Reese, good morning. Got a cup of coffee as well. Real Steven TV has dropped a silver star. Thank you. I still don't have a Jules. I don't have a Jules video. We're just, there, we'll just play that. JM the Elite fan says, good morning. Did you hear about the buck who wrote a love letter? He sent it to his dearly beloved. Nice. I see what you did there. Zencats 3. Hello. Oh, what a cute little avatar there. She's probably out cold. Yeah. The fantastic sarcastic. I think I'm having a bad dream. It's Saturday and there's brush hour. I know. I know, you and me both. iCanalists over on the Kick side as well. Good morning, good morning. Let me text my friend here. Moment of silence for the text message. There we go. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's just get it out of the way. Let me just show you this little gem that I found. I think I'm allowed to play it. I don't see why I'm not, because it's not like an officially licensed something. So we got the audio. Let's just risk it for the biscuit today. Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear that? Don't look at this. Don't look at this. It'll ruin it. But can you guys hear the sound? Did it come through? Did that come through for everybody? I'm waiting. You just got to type in yes. I hears it. Sound. An ear. Anything like that. But if you, all right. I'm just going to pretend like you go, yo, you do hear it? Okay, it's Ann. You're late. You're not late. You're fashionably early. I don't know. Here we go. Watch this.
At Bailtech, we play God, so you don't have to. Danger, red alert, radio, for someone's hurt.
I think I'm allowed.
Cracks are getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Look at these characters.
Baby, I'm pulling the trigger. It's the way you never ever want it.
Barely. It sounds up full speed.
That you bring with every step you take. Try to fight it and deny it, but you'll do it again. It's obvious you missed the signs, and now we're out of time. The roof is caving in, so clean it up. It's a mess again, picking up the pieces of you. Cleaning it up, it's a mess. Stuck in the grind, going out of my mind. Cleaning it up, it's a mess again.
I love the animation. But wait. Something lurks in the darkness. Look at these characters.
It's the way you jump the gun.
Look at the colors.
All the damage you can manage. Don't you get it? Out of credit, but you'll do it again. It's obvious you missed the signs.
The thing is, this thing goes on for a really long time. This is... But it's a trailer. It's 4.5 minutes long. The magic. There we go. Oh, I was going to pause it on a really cool frame. Here we go. But this is, it's called the Doom Scrubbers. Hang on, something like that. Let me find that. Super cool. Doom Sweepers? I think that's what it was called. Yeah, Tamagotchi. Yeah, this is so cute. So cool. I love the style. Of course, it's got a little bit of that chibi vibe situation going on. And which we all know I love. I love the colors. I love the animation. And if I were to, let's see, Doom Sweepers, that's what it is. If you want to watch the entire thing, I highly recommend it. 4.5 minutes long. It's not an episode. That's just the trailer. So I'm going to share the link here. So if you want to figure that out. But they have tier lists. Now, it's a little bit different than what I would think, but it has to do with like signups or something like that. I guess they just basically need to know how many people are interested in this. So if they get 10K signups, which they already have, they are going to make a comic, which has already been greenlit. At 20K signups, they were going to make a game, which has already been greenlit. When they get to 30K signups, they're going to greenlight season 1 of Doom Sweepers, and that's what I'm here for. The game sounds fun, but I've already played, you know, the Backrooms game where you got to clean everything up and whatnot. But the fact that if it just takes a sign up, like, I don't know, I'm going to look more into that. You know, it's again one of those things where, you know, you don't have to do what I say. Obviously, you're free to roam about the room as much as you would like, but you know, and then take everything with a grain of salt. I don't know what exactly all is going to entail, but Lightfold are the creators. And apparently if you sign up, which I'm going to do that right now, join the fold. It helps to create this little thing. And this looks super fun. This looks like something that I would have enjoyed watching when I was a kid, let alone now as an adult. And I like to try to support independent creators. I am not telling you to sign up for the stuff that I am interested in, but I am trying to showcase to you guys that there is an abundance of content and creativity out there. If you're sick and tired of all the wokeness and the ridiculousness and the reboots and the remakes from Hollywood, and we're investing all of our efforts into our hopes and dreams into a broken system, why? I don't know. There are plenty of other people that you can give and throw your money at and your support to help create amazing content. Do what you say is an option. You can always do what I say, but that would be your choice. So it's not on any streaming service. No, it's not even made yet. That's just the trailer. So that's like a lot of times what happens. The same thing with the dinosaurs of the Wild Wild West, that they don't have any of the episodes filmed yet. They just showcase this is what we can do, but we need the funds to do it. There was, and you know, especially the smaller the group of people, the more time it takes. There was this one, oh shoot, who was it? I was watching this one lady on Instagram who, I think I've remembered it, I've mentioned it before. Let me bring up, speaking of content and whatnot, I'll do some of this, you know, chit-chatting while we talk about, this was our Cowboys Western comic strip that I'm trying to make where Moss called me crazy and I shot him. So based on a video game. And so when last we met, we about this, we made Moss and we have Nomi over here. But I don't have a wardrobe yet. So I'm trying to figure out if I was a Carl Hand from the Rio Grande, what would I be wearing? Like what would I be wearing? How about I type in cool, because these look just, oh, here, anime. Heck yeah. There we go. I mean, still pretty basic, but it is what it is. So this is the first panel. I haven't gotten much further, just to walk you through the story, and then I'll get back to what I was saying. So Moss, Nomi, and I were playing the Far Far West game, and it's a dystopian Western game where all the creatures are all robots. And there's also magic involved. Super cool. If they made a TV show about that, I would be right there. You would get my little sign up as well. But in the game, and I'm not turning us into robots because I think that would translate too difficultly. Much too difficult. I don't know. Anyway, and so we had to take a test to get our horse driving license, our saddle license. And we didn't know if we could get answers wrong and how that would affect us. So we had to take a test. And there was a question that came up that we didn't know the answer to. And I was taking it seriously, starting to get a little nervous there. Like, what's the answer? Everything is over dramatized in this, by the way, of course. Because it's the point of comics. What fun is it if it's too realistic? Am I higher, right? So I'm like freaking out over here, like, oh my gosh, we don't know the answer, but what happens if we get the wrong answer, whatever? And Moss over here in his conquistador outfit currently makes a snide comment and calls me crazy. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So I get upset, like gasp in Spanish. How dare you? I whip out my pistol, I cock the gun, and kablam! I shoots the conquistador. And and he cries, "Hey!" And then he and I get into it. A whirlwind of topsy-turvy turbulence and bullets. And Nomi's over here basically going to say something like, children behave, essentially. I'll find out. I think I have it written down what our words may have been. Or I just wrote, Nomi says things over here. So we'll figure that out. So that's the little comic strip that I plan to draw. And so far, we're just in the beginning stages because I have dedicated my time. Speaking of, independent creators such as myself, we have an update for our newest OC character. And I feel like my camera. Hang on a second. There we go. We have an update for our newest OC character. We have a name reveal, which I will reveal on next Brush Hour. We've got a better story, a fleshed out story. I was talking to my friend about it. And so I was telling her what you guys all had suggested. She liked the way that we were going because, we create together. You guys give me a lot of inspiration and I greatly appreciate that. Not only that, Manchego is going to be Sir Manchego de Pepperjack and the Knights of the Banshee. You guys remember that? We have not forgot about Sir Manchego. Oh, no, 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 no. No, we haven't. He is going to be making his debut. Oh, well, hang on. He's going to be making his debut at the end of this month. Really excited for this. Audiobook is going to be coming eventually. Thicket's audiobook is going to be coming around eventually. We've made stories for these characters. Thicket of Darkbriar, Manchego of the Knights of the Pantry. It's going to be great. Super excited about that. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Making cowboys, making my outfit. By the way, let me change my background to something Western. I don't know if you can see. Here we go. Well, independent creators, creativity. I don't know. Thank you for being here. Please be sure to hit the like button. A brown Western felt hat. I don't know. I have brown hair. If I wear a brown hat, it might be a little much. Natalie Stu, hello. Exactly. El gasp. I would never over dramatize anything. It's more unattractive than how ugly I am. Hunter, welcome in. I don't remember. Did you stick with the rats from the Manchego, the hunger? You might have to read the story to find out. Sorry, I can't reveal all of my secrets, but I did take a lot of what you guys. There's a super something interesting at the end. I can't tell. I'm not the best at eluding to things necessarily when it comes to the stories because I get so excited. Like right now, I keep wanting to say the name of our next OC, which is going to be our third story, our third ebook, guys. I keep wanting to say his name, but I'm like, no, I got to save it for the next Brush Hour. So anyway, where would one find the story? It's so great. So in the description box below this video, there is a link at the very top that would take you to my page. So don't get scared. It takes you to my Patreon page. So how it works thus far, because I don't have the wherewithal at the moment to get it professionally published and whatnot. We're doing things independently at the moment, but we are working towards bigger things. But at the moment, on my Patreon, everybody who's a member, no matter what tier, gets access to Thicket's book or Manchego's book when it comes out. Every book that will be produced will be on the Patreon and accessible to all members. However, if you don't want to commit to a monthly subscription, it is available to purchase just as an ebook. It's a short story. Although Manchego's story is twice as long as Thicket's. Let me see here. Let me get the link to this. Share. Copy. So, or we can just post it right here. You can, at least, if you want to, take a look around, have a gander at everything. Just see if what I have for you. We've got vlogs, and we've got, let me get all this. We've got coloring pages, and then we've got vlogs. We've got the Artist's Alley, which is already a free page, a free chat room for people to display their artwork. We also, you get membership shout outs in videos that I produce, as well as a whole gaggle of other things. But you get early access to sketches, doodles, and the art progress, behind the scenes, sneaky peekies. You get access to Patreon. I'm reading these things. Patreon only member polls. Sometimes I forget all that we have. And there's going to be new things added to it. We're going to be updating the Dreamweaver tier as well. So that's going to be super exciting as also. I've been playing around with a lot of ideas and what exactly all it's going to entail. And I don't want to overwhelm myself. So the leveling up, we're basically going to be creating over on Dreaming Tabitha. I guess I'll just announce it now. The Dreamers Guild. And it's going to be an umbrella for a whole bunch of other things that are going to be coming in the future. I am primarily an artist who is also an aspiring author, which I guess technically now I'd be like, yeah, I made it. But, you know, the big time, we aim. I am working on a children's book. I've been working on it for a little while now, and it takes longer than some people think. And a lot of these short stories have helped me significantly with looking at the Canadian bear. That would be my main OC. I need to put an updated photo here, but this is one of my sketches for the children's book of the Canadian bear. And I am also having a plushie made of this character. You can see he's down there at the bottom. That's another picture of him in color. We've got so many fun things that are happening to the channel as well as Patreon. One of the reasons you can become a member of the YouTube page here. I don't mind that. Obviously, that's fun. And you do get some perks as well. But Patreon just basically allows me to give you guys so much more. So that's why I funnel people there. I don't want to overpromise things. I don't want to overshare. But yeah, you become a member on the Patreon, and you will become a member of the Dreamers Guild, which is going to entail so much more in the near future. But I got to do baby steps because I am just one person, and I want to make sure that I produce things. I don't want to get, number one, I don't want to get stressed out, but I want to be able to produce quality to the best that I can. And so, yeah, super cool things. Now, some of you, maybe you're new around here and you're like, why are you working on this comic strip? Yeah, because I'm not a comic book artist. I am a chibi artist. I've done a bunch of, custom chibis for a lot of people. And a lot of times sometimes I would make these little comic strips of adventures that I had with my friends while we were playing video games together. And they're just a lot of fun. So I wanted to make a new one, a new video, actually. So again, some of you might be new around here. What's the shortest one? I'll give you a little taste of what it is that I'm trying to do with this art piece.
Oh, wow. I died.
Well,
guys, I died.
Well, there was a reason we were in the rowboat, Nomi.
How did you die?
Because she went in the water like a fool. What do you think the rowboat was for? Wait. Nomi, did you do it for the science?
I was trying to go get some ice cream.
You could have redeemed yourself and said, guys, I did it for the science, and I would have respected you. But since you did it for ice cream, I can't respect that.
I was going to bring you some.
It's still not for the science.
Row your boat
Gently down the stream.
Man, this thing turned.
Life is but a dream. So that's just one of the snippets that I have. I have a couple of videos like that, and I thought, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for an update. We haven't done a video like that, like a little intro video, just to it kind of just shows my artwork, but it also helps promote the gaming channel, which is also in the link down below if you want a lot of chaotic nonsense with my friends and I. And excuse me. So that's what this project is all about. That's what this project is. ZenCats3 says, I started following you through your gaming streams with Joe Rosie, the real one, I assume. I didn't know you were an artist. Here's a few bucks for your next cup of coffee. That is so incredibly sweet of you. And if you didn't know, if you're new around here, ZenCats, when you give the finances, when you contribute to the artistic ecosystem, you get a cool video. Thank you. Thank you. Good thing Maria wasn't here. Otherwise, her ears would be bleeding. She hates that one, but we love it. See, exactly. Yeah, we love it. We love it. Yeah, guys, I have been trying to trailblaze through all the artistic creativity and the lore and the whatnot. So the goal is, since some of you are new around here, and I'm very bad at hats. So I think I see a bunch of, standard, some of these are like really wide brimmed cowboy hats. Let's see. They're all pretty much the same. Oh, there's Jesse's hat. Well, I could be Jesse. Let's see. We would try to be Jesse. Let's just be Jesse. All right. Let's see what it looks like. But so for those again that are new around these her parts, self-taught artist, but I've wanted to be an author ever since I was a wee lass. Ever since I discovered Microsoft Word, which was a long time ago. I've been 27 a really long time. So, but sorry, it's just a running joke around here. Oh, this is pretty good. Although it does take up a lot of space on, we'll reposition. We'll reposition. Let's see. So sometimes you got to do like this. So I've wanted to be an author for as long as I can remember. Write stories, creativity. I wanted to be able to illustrate my own stories, and I never knew how that was going to be a possibility. And then YouTube came along, and then Procreate came along, and Patreon, and Canva, and all of this stuff. And just, I have the work ethic. I definitely have the creativity. I've always had the creativity. And so now it's like, time is of the essence, and there's no better time like the present to get started. And then I found this amazing community, and we've built something really special together. And so I've just wanted to create stories that entertain, that inspire, maybe leave you feeling a little uncertain, whatever, So far, The Thicket of Darkbriar and Manchego, I'm a big fan of fantasy. They're slightly dark fantasy stories. Maybe leaving you feeling a little uncomfortable in some places. Some of you have read Thicket's story. If you want to share, if you would say, you can give a summary or maybe just a quick review, if you don't mind, to share with the new folks if you liked it or what you did like about it. I know that there were some errors in it. Hey, I'm only human and I'm only one person. Somebody did let me know in a friendly critique. We don't need to do that here. Let's keep it positive for that because I can't change it anymore. But there was a grammatical error in Thicket of Darkbriar. If you choose to read it, maybe you can find it. Maybe it was just a snafu that only one person found. But if you enjoyed Thicket, yeah, let other people know. That's how the word gets spread for people like myself. I need to do a better job marketing, that's for sure. But it's, again, I'm one person. I have a whole itinerary printed out to try to help me, but I just have it, and I haven't quite stuck with it just yet. Mando says, I am yelling. I am so thankful for a Saturday morning stream. I have a new job and work very 8 to 5 now. I've missed this. I've been pondering having an additional brush hour segment. I had thought about doing it in the evenings, but maybe we'll stick with the mornings. So we'll see. I hope you have a great time at your new job. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy. Fantastic. Wow. It says amazing community and fantastic. Let's see what you did there. You have a network that will spread the word for you. Yeah. And that's the thing. I have to be able to put the work in, but you also have to develop a community that enjoys what you do so much that they too want other people to enjoy. It's meant to be kind of like the gospel. No sacrilegious intention there anyway, but it's best to be such a good news that you want, that other people wish to share it with other people. It's kind of like when I don't know, when I watched Stranger Things for the first time, the first season, and I'm like telling everybody, man, I really like this show. You got to watch this show. I would love to have a cultural impact like that. But 2 minutes of watching you, and for no reason at all, now I want donuts. I wonder why that is. All right. So I definitely look like Jessie in this. So, but I think that's going to be fun. I think that we can always shrink it. But so Jessie's hat has like these stitches. Wait, incoming. I don't think Nomi's going to be here. That's okay. I told her if she can, she can. If she can't, I'll hold it against her the rest of her life. It's fine. It's only a grudge, but we don't need her kind here. Donuts. I know donuts. I haven't had breakfast yet. Morning, Cajun Corey. But yeah, so I want to do more than short stories. I've actually been working on a story, an actual novel for a really long time. I have put the brakes on it because I have so many other creative endeavors, and this one is going to take quite a bit. And I'm not the same person that I was when I first. You know what? I don't want to be too squeaky clean. Let's make this rough and tumble. Like, let's take a chunk out of this hat. There we go. So let's see. There we go. Now I look manly and tough. It's very much a whimsical, dark fantasy story, which has always been my niche. I love world building, and there's lore and history and fun characters that I hope one day you're just going to love and fall for and just find so endearing. But you kind of have to develop your skills. My girl, it's Nomi without you.
Hey guys, sorry.
You don't have to be here.
No. Do you remember how when I came back from my work trip and then I was like, I got new windows and then my blinds disappear? Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Okay, well, when I came back, I was like, oh, I got new windows, which is something I was expecting, but my blinds were gone. So
okay. Someone stole your blinds?
Well, I think whoever was here at the house to let the guy in to change the windows was responsible of it. So I guess like they threw them away or they like put them somewhere. I don't know. So I had no blinds. So I was like, well, I guess I'll get the curtain ones. So I got a little curtain rod and then I got these fabric curtains. Tabitha, I didn't know these. I didn't know what I got. These are blackout curtains.
So it's like midnight in your room right now.
Okay, so like when I was like barely like this was maybe a couple because I do remember this like a couple hours. I don't have any of my devices because I'm like, no, I don't like sleeping with my devices. So I like peek up, my eyes open. It's like, oh, it's still dark. Cool. It's still dark. All right, cool. Like I kind of wake myself up every like 30 minutes. And then I was like, man, it's been dark for a good hour.
It's been dark for 7 hours. Is the sun ever going to rise? Is there an eclipse?
Let me just check. Because usually I would have a phone call from my parents like, hey, let's go get coffee or let's go get something to eat.
Sure.
Like, all right, go cool. Looked at it and it's like 8:30. It's like, oh my God. So the blackout curtains work.
They work. Yeah. They work.
Well, because man, the first 2-3 weeks that I did not have curtains, my window faces the sun too, so the
This is
sun is
know
like
me every morning.
right. It really is. That's why I'm like, I had no problem waking up on time to go to work, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, that's a
well,
blessing.
The
sort
sun's
of,
waking
yeah.
up, but now this, I was like, oh yeah, cool. But yeah, good morning, guys.
We
Hi.
do have 100 kicks
Phew.
from my candle.
Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Sugar on my fingers, glaze on my chin. Tito deepa. Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Couple pennies in the cup, crumbs on the floor, crumbs on the dash, crumbs on my shirt. Give me sprinkles, give me jelly, give me plain. Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Sugar on my fingers, glaze on my chin. Chito deepa. Only $1 to hit the sweet spot. Dollar bill, sugar bill, $1. That's not sweet spot.
Chat is roasting you like the sun.
I see that, but it's okay. I still got sleep.
Right. Yeah. Unlike me, I didn't
Yeah.
get much.
Well,
sleep.
I think I told you this last night. I was on Devil Made Me Do It show because I was one of the hosts because he had to be, I don't know, I think he's out of town. So he asked me and another co-friend of ours, Samuel the Infamous, to help host. So I was up till 2 in the morning, which is 4 a.m. your time.
Are you wanting sympathy?
No. I'm not wanting
Oh,
sympathy.
okay.
I was just
Because
like,
you ain't getting it.
No. And it was a good show. Like I haven't been with those guys in a long time. It's very, I wouldn't
Good.
say like too out of control. Smooth was there. Smooth was hanging out with us. I was like, oh my God, cool, Smooth. So we were just chilling, hanging out, and then we just usually talk about a lot of stuff, and we have no filter on it, so we just give it our all. But there was one point because I stopped talking for a minute, and it wasn't because like I was getting tired. It was, I think I kind of lost interest in the conversation.
Well,
But
that happens
there's-
too. Also, the later it gets, like it could be a really great topic. And it's
Yeah.
just like, it's just kind of like me and on one of our moments where it's like, there's the bridge, Tabitha. And it's like, great.
Cool. But I
Cool.
think what my mindset was going is like, how many more topics do we have?
Yeah, again,
Yeah.
as the later it gets, the less that's a physical, you can't help that. Like that's a
Yeah.
physical attribute. The later it gets, the less you care about anything or anyone.
Else. Yeah.
Because you're
And
just
then
tired.
they do have a rule. If anyone falls asleep on the show, the next thumbnail that they create, whoever is the person that falls asleep, their thumbnail would have like
Them on it.
Well, no. Remember how we talked about this, like why men think penises are funny? So there'll be a penis drawn on your forehead for the next thumbnail because if you fall asleep. So I was like,
that would be an incentive to behave.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, no. Thankfully, I was like, no, I'm kind of wide awake. But like, once we hit the last 10 minutes, I was like, my gosh, guys, okay, we need to wrap it up. And then in my mind, I said, ooh, we need to end it. And then Samuel's like, all right, we're going to end it. I was like, oh my gosh, the Lord heard my prayer. So yeah, we wrapped it up. We said where we're going to be, what we're going to do. And then as soon as we got offline, I was like, all right, guys, good night. Bye.
Peace out. By the way, here's an update of what you look like in our little, Western comic strip. Boots with the fur. I know cowboy boots don't have fur, but it was kind of a meme at the time when we were making
Yeah.
it. So here's
Man,
you.
if I'm in the Southwest and I have fur as my boots, I'm going to be burning.
That's right. Yeah. But as it's part of your aesthetic, I know that you like to try to be fashionable. I know you take your boots seriously. So I had to have your boots different from Moss's. And this was the
thank you.
only time your boots were going to be featured. So we gave them pretty spurs,
I was
a little
gonna
bit
say,
of
spurs.
stitch work, and then we put fur on it because you're fancy.
Oh, did you give me a braid with a little like headband?
We did.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
And then we'll put those little turquoise or whatever stones that are there because that's I was looking for something that was slightly different, still Western, but not. I'm telling my chat.
yeah,
I'm like,
no, that's
I'm
a
like,
very.
of course we turned Nomi into like the Indian princess.
I know, because I'm brown.
I don't know. It just happened. I was like, well, we could put fringe on her. I think that'd be cute. I think you would have been very Woodstocky. Minus the
Fringe is also native. Like
right. You know, we couldn't really get away from it, but it's like somehow I ended up making Moss like a German cowboy, and I've got you being, you know, I don't know, like a Disney Western princess.
it looks like me doing the elements of last night. We were
Right.
here together.
If
I
Nomi
like,
was
"Oh my God."
sweating, this is exactly she's just shaking. What is it? What is HO? What makes PL? What is it?
I'm gonna have a bitch fit.
Family friendly
Oh,
channel.
that's right. I'm gonna have a beer.
I already
but
let
yeah.
the male anatomy slide, but now you're gonna be because I
oh.
mean, you know, that is just science, but
That's
she's
true.
tired. She's tired. So apparently I'm
can-
going for the Jessie look. It's fine. So you're an Indian princess, Moss is German, and I am Toy Story.
Well, Germans did have like some small influence in the cowboy era, so yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. I think really it's more of like the Germans influenced the Mexicans and the Argentines, and then the Mexicans and the Argentines were influenced by the Spanish cowboys, and then they just all got merged together. I don't know if we could really say the Germans influenced cowboy.
No, I don't think I've ever sent this to you. But yes, Germans when they came to Mexico, they had a massive influence on the on Mexico. That's where we get the Hano music or what's the other type? The
Mariachi
Hano?
music?
No, definitely not mariachi.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Hano, and oh my gosh, I can't think of the other genre that's known in like Mexico, but you hear the music and you hear the
Papa music.
yeah, the tubas, the horns, and then the accordion. So we have a lot like Chalindo. Oh my gosh, he used a lot of German influence music for his music. Banda, there we go. Thank you, Mando. Banda. Which I kind of have a funny story on that one. But Banda, they have a huge influence. And then someone in Mexico was telling me the history of it. Is okay, cool. And then there's Juarez, which is not that far from me. It's literally just across the bridge.
I remember where we were the last time we talked about Juarez.
Yeah, Juarez,
we were literally here.
Yeah, we were here.
Oh, I forgot my flashlight. Boom, boom, boom.
Dang, Moss. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I didn't know this, and this was like a couple of years ago. There is a small German community in Juarez. I was like, what would Germans be doing in Juarez? Because I have no business doing things in Juarez besides, you know, cheap medications, cheaper groceries. Besides, that's the point. But yeah, like there's Germans there that like no, like we love this community, like we love it.
Well,
there's a territory there where the locals can go like be a part of, but like it's off limits to I mean, you know, the cartels, there's no the law, nothing applies to them, no one's above them, but I guess they have like a peaceful like relationship where cartel's like, no, you guys aren't really us and you guys are not a threat, so we won't bother you. If you don't bother us, we won't bother you.
Sure.
So there's that. And then the other thing this is something I discovered maybe a few months ago, maybe last year, but there's towns, I've told you about these towns called Fredericksburg, New Braunfels, Green, Texas, but it's spelled the German way of green. Grün.
No.
There is I want to learn more about this, but there is a Texan German dialect.
I don't doubt it. Oh, I want to hear this.
Yes, I was listening to it. It's like, oh my gosh, it's very German, but it has not the Texas flair, like the accent of like, oh man, how do I do a German Texan accent? But it was unique. I'll have to find it. I have to send it to you. But yeah, it's currently a dying language right now because the youth isn't really like, well, we're here. We United States and Texas, we all speak English. The other second language that you would need to know would be Spanish because we have that border.
That pesky, wonderful border.
Yeah. Pesky, but tall, beautiful wall.
Beautiful.
But anyway, but yeah, and then
see, that's what something the Mexicans and the Germans have in common.
Yes, the wall.
The wall. Build the wall.
We want the wall. We want the wall to be as high and thick as possible.
Hey, the old school Germans wanted the wall too. My
Yeah.
grandmother used to be like, build it taller, build it twice as tall and twice as wide.
I would have liked your grandma.
Yeah.
I would have loved your grandma. Like, you
Oh
know what?
yeah. Once they tore it down, she's like basically they let all the riffraff in. Now this you have to understand too. The riffraff, that's people who don't understand like history and like you're saying like, territories and stuff like that. The riffraff at the time wasn't the same riffraff that we're all dealing with now. The riffraff at the time were the white Russians. Now, why all technically like Russians like white, but they were a specific group of Russians that were very violent, very evil. And they were starting to pour into Germany. And that when they had the wall up, it kept them divided and stuff like that. And so then when they tore the wall down, all of that nonsense just infiltrated everywhere. The white Russians. I made it sound so scary every time my mom would talk about it. But then when all that, and then crime went back up and all this kind of stuff. And my grandmother's like, build a wall, build it twice as tall, twice as wide, twice as thick.
We can't let the riffraff in. We made a
Yeah.
mistake.
Because then crime went back up. So,
Yep.
I
And here
can't say
we
what
are in
else. I
America,
can't say what else she said
2026.
because you do.
Because of family friendly. But anyway,
No,
yeah.
because YouTube will flag me.
Oh, that too. Yeah. I still would have would. I'd get along with your grandma. Like, yeah, tell me more, grandma. Tell me more while I tell me more while I eat this broth.
Brot.
Broth.
Brot.
Broth. Okay. Tell me more while I eat this pretzel with the mustard.
Oh
and,
no! Then she would she would have shot you herself.
Really? Oh man.
Okay,
Because I'm brown.
pretzels with mustard is like an American thing.
Oh really? I remember. Well, when I was there, they had they did have a lot of mayonnaise. A lot of mayonnaise.
Yeah, we would eat they would eat. It's more common to eat your French fries, your pommes frites with mayonnaise than with ketchup, or you mix it.
I do remember last year when I was there, the bratwurst that I got with
Bratwurst.
with the
but you
little
can say bratwurst.
bratwurst. I remember just standing in line. The person I was with is like, this is like it was like a hole in the wall, like literally hole in the wall place. And he's like, this is like the best place to get a bratwurst here in town. It's like, I want one because that sounds delicious.
Say less.
We got in line. It was a good line too, long, but it went by fast. I was like, oh, cool. So I don't have to wait an hour. Got the bratwurst and they asked if I wanted mayonnaise on it. I was like, yeah, give me. I said,
Interesting.
give me double.
My family has never done that.
Didn't I show you the pictures? Like, look, mayonnaise on the bratwurst, and then everybody in line was getting mayo on.
Fascinating.
The
Could be a
bratwurst with the
regional thing
bun.
too, but I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and then I remember eating. There was one place I like to eat at, extra plot. I don't know. It was a word extra, but it was a chain restaurant. It was like a diner type of theme restaurant. But I remember eating the dishes. They would have schnitzel,
Schnitzel.
and they had the pommes frites. I was like, oh, French fries, hell yeah, heck yeah. And then next to it would be a little serving cup of mayonnaise, and I was like, oh, I mean, I know, like, I've been to Europe before, Germany. I know they like mayonnaise, but mayonnaise was everywhere, dude. I was like, okay, all right. I mean,
well,
I like
and
to
that
see
could also be
pizza.
the rise of fast food, and even with the American influence that's over there, because you've probably noticed that there are a lot of English words that are like mixed in with the German, and it's like they don't.
Yes.
It's like new and sale and all this stuff, and they use English words. But
Yeah.
hey, I saw Mo in the chat.
Oh, good
in
morning,
the
Mo.
chat. Mo in the chat. White
Still doesn't want to
Russians.
play. Doesn't want to play Fortnite with me, but it's cool. Whatever.
Well, nobody really does. I do it out of the goodness out of my heart, you know.
Play Fortnite with me or play
Yeah.
Fortnite with him?
Yes.
Sure. Sure.
Mo says mayo yuck aioli. Amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean I like both. But yes, I would like for mayonnaise to be finessed a little bit. Throw some basil in it.
Well, the other thing is too that I'm going to have to assume that the mayonnaise in Germany is very different from the mayonnaise here in America because different products, different ingredients, things like that. So it probably tastes. I think a German mayonnaise probably tastes richer. than what ours would. Ours is just
it-
really fatty, I would assume.
It tasted a little like not Miracle Whip sweet, but it tasted a little sweeter.
Sweeter. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but it was good. It balanced out of whatever salty thing that I was consuming.
I can see that, and that's kind of meant to be the point, right?
Yeah, and then especially if you're eating it with the French fries too, so you just dip it, and then it just balances out the saltiness of the fries with the mayonnaise.
I like it.
I
Patrick,
actually. Oh, go ahead.
Patrick McCartney says, "Good luck, heifer, for 10 jewels."
I like that.
So the joke is that he sent this one on the gaming stream. I didn't know what HF was, so I just translated it to "Good luck, heifer."
FH or HF?
HF, sorry.
Okay.
HF. Good luck, heifer. And I don't remember what it means. Good luck, have fun. Good luck. He falls. I'm not sure. I think it might be good luck, have fun, but the first thing that came to my mind, I don't know why, was good luck, heifer.
Good luck, heifer.
Good luck, heifer. Okay, so I've got my outfit. I look stunning. I love the fact that all three of us look very different, which is good, so you can tell us all apart. So we've got this. I don't know quite yet what all I'm going to put in here as far as, let's see, the background. Let's see, let's choose a different color. Let's choose purple. And there was like a platform here. We can also make this the ground. Let's get rid of this line here so we don't have to see it. Kind of distorts things. Get rid of that. Oh, my mustache.
Oh gosh.
Oh, how is your cold? That isn't a cold.
It's not a cold, but what it is that the AC is finally back working in my house, and it's fantastic. The thing is, I do live in a dry climate, so I do need to drink water when I wake up. And so,
as we all should.
Even though it's like nice and cool in the house, it still dries out my mouth. Yeah. So I have a bottle of water here, so I'm gonna just take a little sippy sip.
Mo mansplaining over here saying good luck, or GLHF. Good luck, have fun. What good sportsmen say at the beginning of an online multiplayer game. I said it for decades in Counter-Strike. You've never said it once to me during Fortnite.
Yeah. Mo.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Here he is coming in. He's like, I say it. I've said it.
I say it.
This gives him a platform to show off.
Okay, let's see. So there was a wooden platform here, so I'm gonna try to create that here. Mo's good people, guys. Don't give him a hard time. Only we can do that. Let's see. So we've got the platform. I've got what I think look like a wooden planks that are kind of uneven. We'll kind of figure. I tell you guys, TNTS, try not to stink.
No, you don't. You never told us that.
Well, I mean, Nomi's pretty good at Fortnite, Mo, so you don't have to tell her. I'm just saying. You know. When last we played, I remember having quite a few hunts myself. So, you know. I mean, if you're available later on today. Nomi's not. I don't think she's available.
I'm still available.
Places to go.
I have a concert, dude. I'm actually like, I don't know what to wear for this concert. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the 20th year anniversary for the album coming out 20 years ago. I was like, what do I do? And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen this band in concert before, very 20 years ago. I was like, man, now I'm excited, but it's Tabitha. I'm not because it's where it's at, but it's gonna be at a casino. I was like, oh, I want to go, and it's a free show too. It's like this band that's well known. It's a free show. I'm going. So, I think I want to go just to do one slot, and that's it. But my good friend is gonna pick me up. So
that's what they always say. Just one.
Well, I think I've told you this. Thankfully, I don't have an addictive personality. So once I see oh, it's a dud, cool, I move on. I'm kind of good at that. Mo, good people. You obviously haven't traveled. Oh yeah, I do travel the Oregon Trail.
I
with him.
have traveled the Oregon Trail with Mo, and I survived. I'm a
Yes.
single mom who works
Oh.
too hard, who
Oh,
loves her kids and never stops.
the fact that
I'm
Mo
a
says
survivor.
that is actually true. Nomi has won the game a few times. I have.
A handful of times.
Yeah.
Mm.
Remember that one time it was over Christmas or winter, or it was December, that it was you, me, Sevi, Moss, we were playing Fortnite, and you all got like knocked, eliminated, and I was the only one. And I was in the store and was like, no, I gotta eat like some health. And then you're like, girl, yourself, heal yourself. It's okay. And there was Huggy Wuggy, and he was running at me with his weapon. I was like, no. So I pulled out my weapon and I knocked him out first. And you're like, did you just survive? I was like, yeah, I did. I'm like sweating.
Yeah, there have been a couple of times where Nomi has defied the odds. Everybody's dead except for Nomi. And yeah, she was like in the storm. Somehow she survived. And then there were a bunch of people. And remember, you were like in this box contained with the last person somehow. And we didn't think you were made. We're like yelling. We're like off of our seats. It's like, what is happening? Nomi, Nomi. And she won. And it was the dumbest thing, but the most amazing thing that happened because it didn't make any sense.
Yes, I had literally just like healed myself, and then I had my little my mini shields. Took one of those, and the guy popped in the box. I was like, and I shocked him to death.
Do you know this person? Sarah Dro?
Saradro
Sarah says boo.
So you're everybody.
So you're everybody then. No, we're not. We're more than just
Who's
anybody.
everybody?
Like, number one, I'm Dreaming Tabitha. Name another person. Name that. And then this is Know Me Without You. Find somebody else.
Yeah.
Found somebody else named Know Me Without You. Okay. So that's already different. That's already. Plus, I have brown hair and brown eyes. Okay. Throw a rock and see how many people you can possibly hit.
And I have dark brown hair and dark brown eyes.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We are
go.
one of a kind. We are unique. We are hardly anybody.
Tabitha is the inverted version of me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's just, I reject your analysis that we're just everybody. We are hardly everybody. We are so unique and one of a kind. Where Nomi lives, nobody looks like nobody.
Yeah. And I have been told that by my boss before. My boss came to visit one time. We were in Albuquerque, and she's like, I want to be real honest. Everyone in Albuquerque is ugly except you and your sister. It's like, thanks.
There you go. See, so we reject your analysis there, Ciradro. Mo says we were all crawling and dying slowly. Then royal victory, and we were like, what?
And I was like, yep, it's okay. I carried the back. I carried the team on my back.
She did.
It was heavy. Mainly
she carried the weight of the team the way that who is it? Hercules carried the world for a little bit.
Yeah, Hercules.
I've never met another Nomi before.
Oh, because I'm the one and only.
The one and only.
I look along with eating.
Grape says, Tabitha says, I reject your reality and substitute my own. It's not that I reject his reality and substitute it with my own. I substitute it with the actual. Yeah, I was gonna say I knew it was a different god, but I wasn't sure if that was part of Hercules' trials. Wasn't that one of his many things? Didn't he have to hold? Wasn't there part of, or was it a different one where there was part of the sneakiness? Atlas tricked one of the others, or asked one of the other gods to hold the earth for a while, and then that person sneaky tricked Atlas into holding it again, and then trapped him back in there. Was that Hercules, or was that somebody else? You're not wrong. Like it was. I knew it wasn't Hercules holding the earth, but I thought he did at one point. I forget. It's been a while since I have brushed up on my Greek mythology. Everyone is ugly in Albuquerque. My people. That's awesome. Oopsie daisy. All right. So I'm not exactly sure, besides the wording, I'm not all sure how to make this look like it's the Wild West without overcomplicating this, because I'm also going to have to put a speech bubble in here, which is most likely going to have to go here because I've run out of space. So probably with the coloring, I'm going to make this look like desert dirt. So that will help. And then I do need to put like a like some kind of board for this to be on. We might make this look like a wooden something. just to keep with the wood theme to help make it look more rustic. A tumbleweed. Problem is I don't have a lot of space. I could maybe shrinky dink them, but I think if I shrinky dink them, there's going to be too much shrink. Like this is the panel that sets the tone. Unless I reorganize this, I mean, I could scoot things over a little bit more and that would help. So I'll play around with that. But tumbleweed is a good addition. Like a cactus, a tumbleweed, dirt. What's a simple way to know you're in the desert? Know me besides dirt.
Well, there's tumbleweeds, there's cacti, roadrunners, plateaus, sun.
Well, by the lighting, we'll know it's the daytime.
Okay.
A cow skull. That's a good one, real Stephen T.
I do have one here at my house. I do have a cow skull.
I like these janky wooden.
It's like now that I think about it, because like I'm here in the Southwest, like cowboy culture really. I mean, I do dress up because like the area that I do live in, like we casino. I am going to one later today, so
she's gonna gamble her life away, guys. Can you believe it?
I'm gonna probably just do like 20. That's it. See what I can stretch out.
That's what they all say.
But like,
we saw how it went for Percy Jackson. Don't eat the lotus flowers.
I don't like eating those actually.
Well, good, because they distort your perception of time.
Yeah. Let's see. And then you did the headband with the turquoise stones, so that's.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the characters. Like we already will be able to know that the characters belong to the West and stuff like that. I was just wondering if there was like a little something, but
a rope like for lassoing cows.
Oh yeah. Could do that. I might. So those are all good ideas. I want to file those away. I see the rattlesnake, all this kind of stuff.
Barbed wire.
I'm going to file those away to kind of keep in the back of my mind. So I don't know. I don't want to muddy it up. I could add like a rope over here, but that kind of makes no sense. We'll see how it goes. But at least this way, I can also know it maybe for the other portions there. So rattlesnakes, rope, cow's head, cacti, all good stuff. Here we go. So I think we've got our first panel pretty much taken care of, except that I don't have the words on the screen. I have to make it look very deliberate, like a, let's see, let me get black here. There's going to be a question. I forget what the question was. I don't know how important that is, but it just basically needs to look like a question. And then very clearly have A and B and maybe C. But right now we do that. And then my word bubble is going to have to go right here because this is a very full, very, very full. I mean, I could overlay it a little bit right in here, but I feel like that would disrupt the flow here. So we'll play around with that bubble, and be like, my girl, if we don't answer this right, we could lose our horse license. That's what that says.
That's what it was.
Very, very clearly. Whoop. So that's a really full first panel. I might need to scooch all of this over just a wee bit and make this more of a narrow panel but this is the main one. So it needs to be the biggest one, but maybe if I just did this and then increased here, because this is getting very tight, very, very tight over here. But it looks good. What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah, I think we look pretty doggone good now. So so the way we're going to cheat for this next one, hang on, let's just go ahead and schmerge, or well, we're going to group. We don't schmerge here. There it is. We could lose our horse license. Andy? No. I think we were going to reword it too, potentially, but that's the general idea. So this is it's very, very, very full. So I think we're going to increase this. Oops.
No. Oh.
Let's see. Here. We're going to move the box over even just a little bit. So there's some breathing room between me, Nomi and Moss, and the display in the back. Otherwise, it's just so full. And so if everything gets pushed over a little, that's going to be very helpful. So one way we're going to kind of cheat here. Is this Moss? Nope, that's Nomi. Hang on, let's put Nomi in her own file. There we go. Nomi there, Nomi gone. All right, here's Moss. We're going to duplicate Moss because you can never have too much Moss. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, I thought for sure she's going to be like, we're going to lower the opacity of this. We're going to get little good boy Moss over here. Yeah, see, we need more room to breathe because this is going to put his character here, and it's just too much between me and him at the moment. So I think, let's see, I might do a little close-up of him, scooch him over a little bit, and we'll maybe put like a word bubble. Whoops. Oops. Well, he was saying something. Don't be crazy. We're fine. I think that was essentially. You know what? Let's just add that in here. Hang on. We're fine. Don't be. And we'll rearrange how all this looks too. But we're fine. Don't be. Duplicate this. And go all the way here. Don't be crazy. We got to put an exclamation point. Otherwise, we can't take it seriously, you know. Yeah. And then we'll heavily emphasize this because this is what sets me off, my character. So something like that. And we'll get rid of, you know, well, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to block the screen on my screen so as if you can see it. What if you deleted panel 2 and give Moss his line in a panel? That way you have plenty of room without crowding. If you delete panel 2 and give Moss his line in panel 1?
Okay.
But I don't think there would be the proper flow, right? Because I mean, I could reverse it. Because here's the thing. Let's get the drawing board out. Let me get the marker brush. We must pull out the marker. Here we go. So that's not a bad idea. It's just I'd have to reverse things. Because as it goes right now, this is the most important thing to read in the first panel. So if Moss's words over here were somehow over here, you would read those first. And then you would jump over to here, which ruins the flow of things. So if I reversed this, then it would put my words first and Moss would then be over here and we could put that. We could do that. Well, you know what? Let's try. It's not a bad idea. It would definitely excuse me, it would definitely give more room. So let's get rid of little boy Moss over here. And so I'm going to put this over there. Uh-oh, I created a new group. That's not what I wanted. All right. Okay, we just put Moss there. All right, so what is this? That's Nomi. Let's rename this so we know who Nomi is. Nomi the only. You know, the person that's like everybody apparently. I don't know if that guy was joking. I've never seen him before. We
never seen him too.
There was nothing else besides what you said, so we just made jokes. We just made jokes, but I hope you didn't mean anything bad by it. We certainly weren't trying to necessarily, I don't know, shame you. Real Steven TV has sent a silver star. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so, and then this is the rest of this. So let's grab this. Flip. So if we got rid of Moss's second panel, wow, it looks so trippy looking at it like this now. This is me, and I could scoot this back. We might be onto something here. There's me, and then Moss's, let's see. We could put that here, and I could take this. This would need to be bigger anyway. Whoa, not that big. and we would, essentially have that little line there. Excuse me. Let me get rid of the background here too to kind of help with that. Well, yeah. All right, Icalis, coming up with the good ideas. Okay, now we're cooking with peanut oil over here. That does elate. So we talked about this when it comes to creating these comic panels and stuff like that. One second. That I could have just muted myself. I'm not a professional. Where simplifying is the best way to get, if you can simplify it and still get the point across, then that's the goodness of it all. So this would definitely take care of that problem by simply reversing it. So thank you, iCanalyst. I think this might be where it needed to go in the first place. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this. It solves like several different problems. It creates more breathing space. It gets rid of extra work, so I don't have to draw moss all over again in a different panel, realign this, that, and the third. So it opens up the space, simplifies it, makes my life easier. I like it.
I like it too.
Stupid morning phlegm. Okay, let me get this here, and then let's erase moss. Moss.
Erase them from existence.
And it was inevitable. And this could give me opportunities to also like fill in the space with more. I mean, people know it's going to be Western, right? Because of the fact that we are all dressed Westernly. But yeah, this opens, you can see here that it would open up the sky a little bit more. There's a greater distance between us here. So again, more breathing room. So thank you, iCanalyst. You have solved this conundrum. I might still need to figure out where, well, I do. I know I still need to figure out where exactly the lettering needs to go so that it reads properly. But I think we're on to something. And so then now we can have that extra space for and I could still move this over a little bit more if I needed to. I think this big square here is still enough room to get the point across. I actually wouldn't mind it if it was a little bit more rectangular. So I could make some of these, but I think that might be too much space here. Unless I shift Moss and Nomi over a little bit and then take this thing and shift it over and make my character bigger, which I'm not opposed to. So it really adds a lot of drama. Yeah. And it definitely would, I can make the letters bigger so that they're easier to read, more impactful when you first get there. So I think we're on to something over here. So let's shift people around. Let's shift Nomi and Moss around. So there.
Fine. I guess I'll pick up my chair and move to the other side of the class.
Yeah,
classroom.
Yes, please collect your stuff and move.
Ooh. Sorry, I was a mid sneeze while talking. That came out of nowhere.
Oh, let's see. I hate when those happen because they always they just totally interrupt the conversation. Here we go, and I can actually put the whole thing back here. There we go. And then let's get my character. Make her much bigger. Because that's the thing. The first panel's got to be like, there you go.
The hook. It has to be the
hook. And so, let's see. Where's I lost Moss. Moss's words again.
Thank you, Stephen TV and Patrick.
Yes, bless you. Wait, what happened? We're fine. Here it is. Moss. I don't need this moss anymore, so we're gonna take these. Let's see. We could lose our horse license. Yeah. Something like that. And then here we go. Now we've got Moss's stuff over here that could be somewhere over here. Woo! Not too big. Okay. And then here we go. Whoops. All right. Oh, that's everybody. Okay, we could lose most. I don't know if I need this anymore. It's my original sketch. Got that line here. I could just merge this together. What is this? That's the other one. And then this is all the other stuff, the panel we were working through. So get rid of that. Okay. Well, maybe what I do now is like do a better job of the line. So we're gonna make it black. We're making it bluish black.
Blue, black.
Blue. Blue. Oh, I missed it. That way we know where our boundaries are. Let's see if that's enough space. I don't know if that's enough space. Oh, I could do something like this.
Yeah.
I could make it a little bit angled because then I put the weapon in there and the eyes, just make it a little different. A little bit more action. And then I think this would have to be reversed because now my character's up here. So just reverse those guys.
Yeah.
I think that would work too. Okay. Let me get rid of this layer here. And we'll get rid of that one too. I normally don't put parameters like this necessarily, but we'll see how it works. I think that could work. Excuse me. It's all part of the process, everybody. So, did you say what people you're listening to, or did you want to keep that a secret?
I'll keep that a secret.
Okay. Oh, it's that Satanist raccoon worship band again.
Raccoon worship. What band are you thinking about? Because I want to go there.
Oh, so it's not them. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
It's okay.
Let's see. Biggles, what is up?
Hi,
Biggles
Biggles.
doing a really cool job with his chibis over in the Artist's Alley. I like the coloring that you've been doing lately. All right, so I'm going to steal this eye. Just to kind of have... I don't know if this is the right... Jim and the Jimothies. Did you know there's a song? Hang on. There's a song. I've been listening to it every time I take a drive. It's called... Aha. The official Jimothy song. Let me see.
I've heard renditions of Jimothy songs.
I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure it's AI, but I don't know if it has like a license situation. But you guys want to listen to like a bard ballad kind of song for Jimothy? You should listen to this. So fun. So fun. Anyway, now I want to listen to it. Oh, Jimothy, oh, Jimothy, I'd cross the garden lawn to thee. There's no one else, just you and me. Oh, Jimothy, please run to me. I love it. Jimothy. All right. Okay, so this isn't working. This is stupid. All right. So here we go. Angry. Like I need to do angry. Oh, whoops. I just typed in angry. Here we go. Let me get a reference here. I need to know like the squint. I have to remind myself too, they don't have to necessarily look like my eyes because they're just angry. So sometimes I know like in K-pop Demon Hunters, when they decided to go out of the style that the whole movie's pretty much done in, they just really exaggerated the features of the people. So let's see what we can do here. Let me use this as a reference, which doesn't look anything like my eye, but we could, I say my eye, but like, my chibi's eyes. Let's see. That looks pretty awful.
Just a little, But it's okay. That's a process. You gotta trust the process too.
Well, when I meant
give me a
awful,
break.
I just mean like that does look angry, and it's still a little scary. It's Moss. What did you do?
Moss.
Speak of the Moss,
Oh,
is this
hey.
our writer's test? Those were the days. I know we need to play again, but Nomi's going out listening to satanic raccoon music tonight
No, I'm
without
not.
us. Without
I'm
us.
gonna maybe Moss might know the name. You would not know the name. I'm gonna go see Flyleaf tonight, Moss.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
I can feel you all around me, thickening the air I'm breathing, holding on to what I'm feeling, savoring the heart that's healing.
See, satanic.
And then I cry. That's actually no, that's
satanic
not satanic.
raccoon
That's
song.
that's actually just embracing the Holy Spirit. That's what the song is literally about.
Yeah, satanic raccoon music. That's what it is.
Moss says, "I'm so sick of that band." Oh, you're so
Oh.
funny, Moss. Ha
Oh.
ha ha.
Oh, is that the name of their song or something?
They have a song called "So Sick."
Oh,
I'm
how
sick
unique.
Hey, back in the day, they were really good, man. They like that album slapped.
Oh, we have a fan. Flyleaf, take me with you. They put on a good show.
That's what I've been told. I never seen them, so that's why I'm like, yeah. And it's the original. It's with Lacey Strum, the original lead singer. So yeah, I'm excited.
Oh my gosh, look at how this looks
sinister,
so angry. But I guess that gets the point across.
It was like me last night on The Elements.
This is Nomi. I look terrible. Moss. Look, this is what you did to me. This is what happens when you tell a woman she's crazy for no good reason.
Not only that, you told a German that she's crazy.
I mean, my gosh, this looks evil. Talk about. I might need to. Don't. If somebody's gonna make a joke, I'm gonna need to calm down. I don't think that helps.
Oh, I like your eyebrows. You did a good job.
Thank you. There, we'll clean up a little bit. It's the I mean, I guess that's the point, right? That's right, girl. I love you like I love unlocked trash cans. That's right. Oh, how nice. All right, let's try to calm down a little here. Let's Moss, look what you do to the women.
Yeah, you make us stumble with that German hat of yours.
Oh,
How come you didn't give him any lederhosen?
because he's not German. He's a cowboy.
He's a German cowboy, and he's German. I think he actually is German.
I thought he was Norwegian.
He's not like smooth German, but I know he's German.
I thought he was Norwegian. We're different, you know. We're not the same.
That's also very true. And then he'd be like Holland. Da, 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 da,
That's right.
Yeah.
But no, so the thing is, it's just because of the type of the hat and the feather, but he wasn't fashioned after a German.
So are you trying to give him a Stetson?
A what?
A Stetson hat?
I don't know. I'm not very good with hats. I just let's see. We gotta have like, you know, the the bloodshot eyes. That's so wild. Okay, so
A German's natural look.
oh my god, that's terrible. That's our reputation. Ugh. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Are you playing the bongos?
No, I'm not touching anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look, Ma says, I am a large percent German and am currently learning my mother's tongue. English?
Ah.
Oh, wait. What is your mother's tongue?
German.
Oh, Smo says, I wish I could get a Stetson. Always wanted one, but yowza, dude. Yeah, you have to pull out a life savings for a Stetson.
Anne says, I'm only familiar because I had a coworker who listened to Christian 90s mixed with like weird, I hate my dad and do drugs music. I didn't seem to think it was a weird mix. Yeah, you know, life be like that.
Yeah.
All right. I think we've nailed the angry, crazy eyes. I think we got that for this panel. I don't know if the slant works just yet for this, but we'll figure it out. What was the next part? It was the weapon. Oh man, I'm so bad at drawing guns. All right, hang on.
Guns are easy to draw, says the actual Texan and Southwestern.
What does that have to do with anything? That's a stereotype. Just because you live in Texas don't mean you have a gun and know how to use it.
I do know. I do have a gun. I do know how to use it in Fortnite.
In Fortnite. All right.
Biggles. I see what Biggles saying.
This is usually where I would make a joke that someone also
No.
learning Moss's. Oh, yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not. We're family friendly.
But the Patrick McCarthy, an official Stetson hat is over 250. Patrick, an official Stetson hat starts at 250.
What is so special about these hats?
It's a brand. It's like the longest lasting brand that established here in America. Like it goes way back to like 1800s.
Oh, okay. That's right. It's Texas. Or if you're quoting the movie, it's my florist has a gun.
Like this is Texas. Everyone has a gun. My florist has a gun.
I don't have
a gun.
My ancestors were Quakers. William Shatner. How dare you?
Quakers. They're all peaceful people.
They're made out of fur and beaver felt. And the brand makes sense.
I do have a Stetson, but I only bring it out on literal special occasions, not for like funsies or just for the aesthetic. Just like, if I'm gonna go to an event that has to represent certain things, I wear that hat.
All right, so we're gonna attempt this pew pew. Let's gonna do it on a larger scale here, and we can shrinky dink it down. So let's try to copy what we have here. It doesn't have to be exact. It can be like a little cartoon, right? But we still want it to be recognizable as a typical.
Yeah, but if you do want a free Stetson hat, you would just need to, sign up and work for the Border Patrol, and you get one at your graduation ceremony.
Really?
Oh yeah, no.
This is like the official hat of the people.
It's the official hat of the Border Patrol.
Okay.
Like at least for graduation ceremony purposes and like events. Funerals, so because Border Patrol, go figure, because they protect the borders, so
sure,
that's why Stetson's like, all right, cool, you fit the aesthetic, so we'll give you the hat.
It's kind of like a plus. You're putting your life in mortal danger every day. Thank you for your sacrifice. Here's a nice expensive hat you could never normally afford.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see something. We'll clean it up. Don't worry, guys. But we're just going to get the gist of things going here, and then we've got the thing here. Might be the nicest weaponry I've ever drawn. If you look at my ones that I do for my Fortnite thumbnails,
yeah,
they're like just made up weapons. But I'm like, it's Fortnite. It's fine. It can be as ridiculous as it needs to be.
It's Fortnite.
Okay. Fortnite. I haven't played.
But I am free after this, Tabitha, after rush hour, if you want to play a quick round. And if Mo wants to play a quick round, I don't know if he's too big for us now. And
he might be too busy for us.
I know. He's Hollywood now. And now we're the little people.
I've always been the little people, just bigger sized.
Stop eating McDonald's nuggets.
I know, right? Did you say McDonald's onions?
Nuggets.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I don't remember the last time I had McDonald's.
Neither do I. I am going to start to go back because they are getting the Hello Kitty Godzilla collab.
Oh, interesting.
For the toys.
Oh, thank you, Hunter. It's practice. So, Biggles, Oh yes, my favorite day. April, was it 27th?
April
It's not
25th.
too 25th. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. All you need is a light sweater. So good. What I don't know what this means.
Cállate mujer means
Huh.
quiet woman.
Oh, okay. I know you're talking to Nomi. Otherwise, you see what happens.
Yeah. That's what you'll get on the tab, and you go back into the gun.
Biggles, you had mentioned over. I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to put you on blast here, Biggles, but it's not anything negative. You were talking about how you've been drawing with mouse versus tablet because you have a hard time, or rather a difficult time, controlling the tablet and the pen or whatever stylus, whatever you want to call it. So first and foremost, it's really important to remember that whatever you use primarily is what your body is going to become accustomed to and work with the best. Whatever you work with the longest is what you will work with the best. I do recommend a stylus or an Apple Pencil or anything like this because it is more reminiscent of a pencil. You were saying that it kind of gets jittery. And that's because you're adapting your muscles to the use of the mouse. Now, if you like it, that's fine. There are plenty of people, you can look them up online, that do artwork. They still do artwork on Microsoft Paint, and it looks amazing. And they do it with the mouse. So that's totally fine. But if you would like to, expand and have that familiarity, if you don't want to be bound to the mouse, because I don't know if you ever want to be drawn out and about, when I go to the airport or whatever, I'm taking my iPad with me and I've got my stylus and whatnot. You basically would just be retraining your muscles to use this. So it would always be, the other thing is too, if it's a little bit shaky, there are other reasons besides just the muscle tone of your hand adapting to a new equipment. Part of it, you'll notice that I have these grippers on mine because otherwise I'm straining really hard on like trying to hold this, because you see how thin it is. We all know the pencil, very thin. It actually puts a lot of strain on my fingers if I don't have these on there. So I got these on Amazon, a pack of like 6 for, I don't know, $3, whatever. Not expensive and very helpful, puts less strain on your hand. So there's not as much wobbling for that. You have a better grip to it. The other thing is that surfaces for like iPads and tablets, most of the time it's some kind of a smooth glass finish. And it's annoying at how slippery it is. I've heard somebody say that it's basically like trying to ice skate, but with a pencil. And that's so true. It just like slides off. So when you're drawing with a pencil, there's resistance because of the friction against the surface of the lead and then the roughness of the paper. So it's not sliding everywhere. That's why they have these filters that you can put over top of your tablet or your iPad that feels like paper, has a roughness to it. It does wear after a while and you have to get new ones. Shout out to my subscribers who bought me new ones because mine was wearing out. But even that little bit of texture helps keep my pencil from sliding off, which is going to be another reason why your arm is going to wiggle and wobble. So it's going to be that either there's too much strain trying to hold this in place because it's so small, so narrow, and then also the surface of your tablet. So these are other things that make it difficult. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's not that you're bad at it. You have to think about the science behind all of that and how to make it easier for you if you did want to get better at drawing on a surface, a tablet, and not doing the mouse. Because the thing about the mouse is that it can be difficult. It's not impossible, but it can, you're developing muscles in here that are, and in here to try to hold this steady. And what that's also doing is causing a lot of tension in the shoulder and even in the back area because you're trying, which will happen with this as well. But this is more familiar because we do write a lot, or at least, back in our day, we did do a lot of writing and things like that with pen and paper. So it has to do with just developing the muscles too. And if you start noticing that even with the mouse, you're wiggling and stuff like that, you just haven't developed the muscles yet to keep it steady. And that's normal and that's fine. It's not that you're doing it badly. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that you are developing. It's no different than somebody who starts to lift weights. And then after they start lifting a couple of them, it gets harder to do. And you start getting shaky because it's too heavy. There's too much tension. Your body hasn't adjusted yet and hasn't gotten strong enough to hold it in place and do it properly. So I say properly, excuse me, fluidly, like smooth, right? And so the more that you exercise, the more familiar you are with it, the more capable you are of holding it in place. So that's all. It's not, I just wanted to, you were talking about how they're not good or whatever. All it has to do with just practice and understanding. You know, I was doing a commission piece the other day, and I need to send it out to my client and be like, do you like this? But I'm not quite satisfied with the face yet because I'm doing a caricature of somebody else. They hired me to do a picture of someone that they love, and it looks good. But in my opinion, it doesn't quite look like the person enough. And it depends on who you talk to or whatever, but my perception, and I can't quite figure out why. And it's not because I do eyes badly. It's not because I do chibis badly. It's not because this, that, and the whatever. It's because something is not clicking in my brain as to what needs to improve. And when it does, then it's like, oh, there it was. I was just missing that small thing the whole time. So you guys see, I have talent, I have skills that I have developed, but there are still times where I have to learn something new. I have to expand beyond what I've done. It's just, sometimes it just doesn't click. And so when you start understanding why you're doing what you're doing, and you understand the science of why the ear goes here and why the nose looks silly, it's because, oh, it's up too high or whatever the case might be. That's how we improve. So it's not that you're doing it bad or wrong, or it's too shaky, or maybe it is too shaky, but there's a reason why it's too shaky, right? Maybe it's just the equipment you're using, or it's just also because you're in the development stage of your skills. I tell you, I can do like a 2 to 3 hour drawing session. Like I'm taking a few breaks in between here, but I can already feel it going on. I've talked about this before, where there is so much that's engaged in your muscles when you're drawing or painting or creating that people just don't think about, because they're like, well, you're just sitting. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not just sitting. When I'm drawing, my whole arm is engaged. My whole hand is engaged. My shoulders engaged. My chest muscles are engaged. My back muscles are engaged, because I'm basically bracing myself and tightening all of my muscles so that I can just move my wrist and my fingertips. And if I'm just like, relaxed and trying to draw, it makes it harder. And if you're doing details, because you're not stable. So I have to engage even like my core muscles in order to draw these really refined, lines and the whatnot to be stable. And afterwards, I'm exhausted. Because I have been utilizing a lot of my muscles, even though I've been sitting the whole time. It's physically exhausting being an artist. People just don't think about it because they're like, well, you're just sitting. Thanks, Brenda. Oh, well. But I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Smith & Sons, welcome. You discovered us. Hello.
Wow.
They were there last night. I never would have thought that makes sense. Oh, that makes sense. They should make the screens and pens magnetic and the tips of the stylus. I bet that helped. No, that wouldn't help either, because then it's too much. If you had a magnetic tip and you had a magnetic surface, you'd be surprised the teeny tiny nuances that affect the way you draw. So like I was saying, with the roughness of the paper, if you have a magnet with that, it would just, every time you lift up, you'd be surprised that tiny bit of resistance will strain your hand. And when you want to do something quick, like a little, like a little flick, you see how important this little tiny piece is here? That would be so hard to do. You would have to work so much harder to get this little flick, this little feathered piece, if the surface was magnetic. I hear what you're saying, that's, it's got some validity to it, but theoretically, but practically, it would put so much extra strain on your hand and your wrist if the surfaces were magnetic. And this is not me saying, oh, what a terrible idea. It's more of like, you probably didn't think about this. You probably didn't know. But anyway, all right. So we're getting back to our revolver. I think I'm doing a great job
I think you're
so
doing a good
far.
job.
But I
Yeah.
think because it's a chibi gun too, I don't actually want to make it too long. I want to make it maybe like short and fat, right? Because like chibi,
Yeah.
you know, something maybe not like quite like that, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. Oh, it's so cute. Looks like a bubble gun. Okay.
It looks like a cannon gun.
I know. Yeah, you know, I would use that. Okay. This is what always trips me up is the handles. Yeah, I can already feel burning, a little bit of burning in my hand because I've been drawing so much all week. Let's see. Jessica Lidstrom, what's up? Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for being here. How are things on your end? I know you said you just stopped by to say hi, but of course I'm gonna ask how you're
But
doing.
now that you're here, take a seat and sit down and enjoy the conversations.
If we talk about this handle looks terrible. Okay, this is where Tabitha does not shine.
No.
Thanks a lot, Nomi.
Wait, for what?
You were like, no. Thanks a
What?
lot.
It was just too bulky.
Yeah, but that's not how you encourage somebody. Around here, how you encourage somebody, like, well,
Would you
here's
rather
the-
have would you rather have the truth from a friend versus like someone's like, yeah, keep going, it looks great.
There's a difference, though, between criticism and constructive criticism. Then you can be like, yeah, that looks terrible, but there's no solution there offered to make it better.
Well, erase it and do it again. Try again.
That's not the solution, though. The solution, that's not opening up my understanding as to why it looks bad.
Well, you fixed it. It
Wow.
looks better now. It looks like you can have more of a grip on it.
Yeah. It's like still chonky, but cute.
Yeah.
We
I
might-
like
What?
I was gonna say I like the barrel like right there that you have.
I wonder what it would look like though if we were to just
Extend.
slightly. Is that too long for a chibi handle? I wonder if the handle is too long for
Oh.
a chibi gun. Let's see.
No, I like
Well, let's play around with it and see. Like more curve like that.
yeah.
Is that better for the
And-
chibi?
And now that
gun?
you extended like the nozzle of it, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. See. I do a lot of mini dollhouse sculpting, and after an hour and a half, after a half an hour, you feel it in your core. 100%, because you got to hold yourself upright in order to, criticism, constructive criticism, and whatever it is I do. You troll in the chat, troll in the chat. All right, so we've got. Look, Nomi, I did my first proper piece of weaponry.
Woohoo! Oh, and you got the little slants in there to or the little curvatures for the barrel.
And then there's like a little thing
revolver.
here. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Oops. There's a little something down there. I don't know what that is. And I don't know if we'll keep it, but it's there. I don't like it. Let's keep it simple. Let's just keep it moving. All right. So I got my gun. Oh, no.
Ah, it's 2D. There we go.
Whoops. All right. Oh, I feel like this is now like, I kind of hate shrinking it because this looks. So I need to put there's going to be a click, little bubble here. And then I've got to draw the hand. A star for the pew pew. Thank you. Smallville man. How are you? Oops. All right. So I have to draw a hand. Oh, great. A hand. How does a gun hold a hand? Hang on. Let's look at our reference here. Okay, here we go. We do have, in fact,
You
a
have
reference.
to firmly grasp it.
So
Firmly grasp it.
there's got to be a thumb.
If Moss is still in the chat, he knows what I'm talking about. Firmly grasp it.
Why so aggressive? Okay. So then the other finger would be somewhere in here. This is the first time I'm ever drawing a hand gripping a gun, so bear with me, guys. I know a lot of times. So what you usually have to do is I'm going about this all backwards. Let's get rid of this and try this again. Actually, where would that be at? So here we got to do our building blocks, right? But I don't know where the building blocks start for this kind of scenario, because normally you would have a finger here, a finger here, a finger here, and then you have your thumb here. So let's see. It would be something. It'd have to be something like this down here. Let's see. And we'll refine as needed, but right now I just need the general idea of where the skeletal structure of this goes, because then there would be a finger here.
It would be on the trigger.
Yes, that's what I'm drawing over here. But you would have,
And the two fingers would be gripping the.
yes,
Yeah.
but what I have to try to do is draw the skeleton to order to make it make sense for everything else, everything else's placement. So we're all right. Let's get rid of this bloody finger here. So you would only see this part of it, though. It's we're getting there. Just shine, design, refine, as Dolly would say, until it comes through. This is my first time drawing this hand position, so we give ourselves a little bit of grease. And see, I think I did that reverse. And then we would have like, we're getting there.
They're looking good.
We're getting there. Hey, follow the Bradley's Fun. Hello. Welcome in. Captain. Good morning. Okay, it's a very chunky thumb, but at the same time, chibis do be having the chunky thumbs, but it's not quite what I... Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. I don't see. So my reference doesn't have it where it's cocking the gun. That makes it, they're just holding it. So I'm trying to find a reference for that. Who does that? This got a picture of a guy holding a revolver and cocking it with the other hand. Who does that? That seems like defeating the purpose of it being a one-handed weapon. But nobody's doing that. They're just, you know. Well,
No one's making a stink out of it.
everybody's just holding it. They're not ka-chinging. All right. Let's see here. Because then wouldn't it be also a little, I don't know, man. The palm of the hand, I guess, would be. I don't know. It looks like a weird seal. I can't. I mean, I guess it gets the point across, but you still want to do a good job, you know? Like,
Yeah. You want to give it your all.
I want to give it a little bit of the gas, you know? I mean, and once I do, that's the other thing too. Once you do like, this is just a sketch. So once I go in and really refine things with an ink brush, it will look different as well. So we'll just, you know, I don't think it's terrible. Especially since I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't know. It's gonna get the idea. Tabitha, have you never fired a revolver? Pistols. I don't know if I ever did a revolver, but pistols, shotguns, and a rifle. I don't like rifles.
Why not?
I don't like shooting rifles. They're very heavy, and I don't know. I like shotguns and pistols. So is Nomi drawing anything? Who knows? No, but she said her stuff was not there.
My iPad is in the other room and it needs charging. So no.
Yeah. It's Saturday. It needs a rest.
But I am doing some actual work stuff on the other side that's not drawing.
So let's see. My character is wearing a cuff. Or has a you know. Wow, let's see if I compare. Ooh, it's rough. But I mean, again, it's just meant to, this is just a snippet in there. I mean, we want the story to be, you know, complete and all that stuff, but I try to remember what is the main focus. So then we put the little button there. Oh my gosh, it looks like a pilgrim. Freaking heck, man. What is this? It's because the hand is so bizarre. But let's see. If we have less of the hand, that might be the winning ticket here. And make it more about the weapon. Although it might be crucial to, or I say crucial, it might be good to have a little bit of that extra finger in there. Just so that way, when I cover it up, it's like it translates better. And then we will take the click needs to be in a specific spot too. Otherwise, it just kind of looks like it's hovering. So maybe, yeah, that's a little bit better. And I'm sure going to come back to this at some time frame. But we've got the general idea, aggression, gun, and whatever we put in the background is going to be aggressive to, you know, to kind of like, maybe we'll change the color. So it's even these little anime streaks save to bet raise kind of help with that. Like, oh, aggressive, you know, boom, boom. So that's when, let's see, let's go back to Little Moss.
Little Mouse.
Little Mouse. Let's make Mouse over here a little bit bigger. So we have to flip him. Oh, no, we don't. Because, oh. Wait a minute. We flipped the picture. Well, I could walk over. But the original sketch, hang on. If I go back to the original sketch, Moss was the before, the after. He was sitting here and just walking up, and that would, I think, be bless you. Let me get rid of some of this noise going on in here. Blow, my goodness. Blow the man down.
Morning allergies. I need coffee. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I need more coffee myself. I know. We've been going at this for almost 2 hours, but we've made a lot of progress, guys. It's just been one of those days where it's like, this needs to get done. I don't know that I have anything else in particular that I need to be doing, but I could use another coffee. I mean, if you guys are going to hang out, I mean,
How about this? Let me get a head start, and then I will, because I need to grind my coffee and then put it
Oh
in
my.
Yes, I am that person. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make the coffee.
So the flow of the story. Let me get rid of all this other noise over here too. So the flow of the story. Let's move Little Moss over here real quickly. Because then it would be like a double thing of the gun. I think we might just need to have Moss's eyes. Maybe we'll simplify this even more, where it's like, you know, the angry eyes, the click of the gun, and then we could have Moss's eyes like with the barrel of the gun, right? Hang on, let's like maybe with the barrel. Oh, shoot. Let me get the right one here. Let me get my marker out again. So if we had Moss's eyes, you news, and then there was the barrel of the gun, you know, just we're pretending like this looks like a, doesn't look like a submarine. I'm trying to see. Or we could. Now, part of this is going to be contextual. It's going to be like, if you know, you know, because, and it's going to go along with the video, right? So if we had like the barrel of the gun, and we could put the little, let's see, well, let's see, these would just have, we could put like the bullet. We could redesign this. I'm just gonna play around. Hey, I think that could translate really well, and then go into the big picture where we're rolling around, shooting each other in a big ball of dust, and then having Nomi over there being like, "Can we just pass the test?" or whatever snarky thing she's going to say. I think that would work too, instead of having a bunch of little detailed things. Let's get rid of Little Moss over here. Hey, where the Wayfarer 79, like and subscribe, good people. Let's see. I think that could work. I just have to make, I'm not going to make it as close up as this, and I need to make it definitely look a lot more like Moss, I think, than just the eyes.
Zazz.
Playing around with some more ideas here.
That's cool. Hey, bang, bang, boom, boom.
Let's see. Where are my other pictures of Moss? Where's there? Here we go. I think we might just steal. This is another picture of Moss. For those who don't know who Moss is or what Moss looks like, this looks exactly like Moss if he were tied up in Nomi's basement being hand-fed mayonnaise. So I think that being said, let me. Do I not? Where's the outlines? It's been so long since I've drawn this. I gotta find. I wonder if I could just steal. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just steal Moss.
Just gonna steal this. Oh wait, hang on.
A spitting image. It is. Me. Wait, it is a great description of you being locked up in my basement for torture.
Oh, shoot.
And playing Fortnite. You better have updated Fortnite, Moss, because we still need to play.
Hang on. All right, I need. Aha, there's the line work. So I think I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to put this up here, and I think I'm going to merge that and steal this.
Somebody wants to go to a concert. I don't go out, Moss. I don't. You know this. You know I don't go
Did
out
I?
much, and when it's a concert, so Fortnite will have to wait. No, like we're done with here the brush hour. We can play Fortnite right now. Well, I'll get Mo. We'll go to play, and then we have Tabitha here too.
Tabitha needs a second cup of coffee.
I'm brewing some coffee right now.
There we go. We've got Moss. Then we just would have to redesign Moss. Like I would have to change his hat and stuff. But I could look. He's just kind of there.
Ah, he looks like he's demon possessed. His eyes rolled back. Or he just sees something so heinous, so scary, where it gives him that ghost face of like, ugh.
So we can get rid of
Which
his body here, his ghost face.
Which is true. Moss will probably give that face if I were to spoon feed him mayonnaise.
While he's tied up in a dungeon with
Yeah.
chains? Yeah, I would too. I wouldn't blame him.
Moss says some of us are at work.
I'm at work.
I did well, I'm currently doing work on the side, so I'm doing work.
It isn't even a chibi version. It's just him.
Oh. But I like Moss. He's
Is she known for doing that? So it's kind of a joke. So Moss doesn't like mayonnaise, and we joked about like so a lot of those. All right, hang on. Let's time to do a tour here. So, like I said, a lot of my little, stuff. This was one of the first ones that I did. Shout out to Fantastic Sarcastic for introducing me to Alt F4. I didn't know what that was. I pushed it. I turned off the game while Nomi and I were engaged in couples therapy one of the first times. And Nomi, this is just kind of like an exaggerated form of like, oh, something pretty, something new, Alt F4, what does it do? And Nomi's like, no, don't do it. So that was one of the first ones. And then this was us, playing Chained Together, Falling to Our Doom, which is still one of my favorite ones. And it just kind of went from there, doing our little adventures. So the more that we got to know each other and the more that we hung out and we found out the lore behind one another, I started making these little, joke things. So like that with Moss. Uh-oh, I messed this up. Where are his pupils? There they are. So this was what Moss and Nomi were doing a stream where they were raising money, and somebody was like, I'll send money if Moss takes a shot of mayonnaise. And so it just kind of went into this joke. And again, all of these are much exaggerated forms of stories that happened. So Nomi didn't actually force feed Moss mayonnaise, but she kind of did because it was, well, you know what? Somebody paid the money. You have to eat the mayonnaise, which, by the way, this is like one of my proudest things I've ever made. Like, look at that. Look how good and bad that looks at the same time. So, poor Moss being tied. We just joke around. This is Nomi's basement. She's force feeding. And then there was this time that Sevi, our dear friend Sevi, sacrificed her life for a Diet Coke, and Fantastic tried to rescue her, but she went to her doom. Because Diet Coke is that important. So just all these little things. Here's another one with Moss where he was so determined that he knew the way through the maze. And Sevi's like, yeah, but he's like, no, I got this. Follow me. So Nomi and I followed Moss through the labyrinth. And who was waiting on the other side after we crawled on the floor on our hands and knees and avoided all the bad people? Sevi. She was like, I tried to tell you.
The thing is, I don't remember her trying to tell us. I think she just went for it, and just Moss is like, wait, I've been here before. Follow me.
It was she takes a lot of looking after. It's exhausting. Yeah, the mayonnaise one is new. Yeah. You skipped the part where I said don't press it. I know. I was just giving the highlights. I was just giving the highlights. So, there's that one, all the good ones. This is where Nomi died like a fool. You saw
And
that maybe in the
Moss
video.
died with me too.
And eventually Moss did die too, even though there was a boat. And Sevi's always confident. So even when she's going to her doom, nothing phases Sevi. And then this is one of my favorite ones with our friend Joe Rosie, when she and I were playing Split Fiction. This happened like in the game, where Joe was panicking as she always does, even though there was like a self-explanatory assignment, but we died anyway.
Yep.
But what do I do? Poof.
Press the button is what Tabitha said.
Well, it's just we had already been playing Split Fiction for so long at that point that it was like, Joe, just figure it out. So there it is. But yeah, let me see, what time is it? I need my second cup of coffee.
I will be hanging out here while you go get your cup of coffee. I'll entertain the chat.
The people.
Hello, people. I hope you guys are having a good morning or good day wherever the heck you're at. I ran late because I did get blackout curtains, and then earlier I was just kind of peeping my eyes up. I'm like, okay, cool. It's still black. It's still dark outside. All right, cool. Like it's still. When I saw that, when the little bit of sun that was kind of peeking through those windows, I would assume it was still 6:30. It's like, all right, cool. And then some time passed by and I opened my eyes again. I was like, oh, okay, it's not as bright. So I still got some time. And then finally I was like, man, it's been dark for a good minute. And I feel like I've been sleeping for like another hour. And I look at it, it's like, oh, I am late. So I hopped on here and hanging out and making my fresh coffee of the day. Got some stuff going on today. And I would like to play some Fruit Neat. But but guys, I hope you guys have like a good Saturday planned out for you guys. It's like I said, don't know where you are all at, but it's nice and sunny where I'm seeing. I still have my windows still closed, my blackout curtain, so it looks sunny. No, it is sunny. It is. All right. I'm probably gonna go to the farmer's market, enjoy my day, get a little pastry from somewhere. Like I said, a friend's gonna pick me up. We're going to hang out and doing some work here on the side. But guys, thank you so much for being a part of Dreaming Tabitha's community here. She does a lot of fun, amazing artwork. She does great comics. Whenever we play these games, it's because we play these games together as friends, and how she said it, like we get to know each other a little bit more and we just like let loose, and then our silliness come out, or like the smart things that we say or the dumb things we say, and we turn that into jokes. You don't know how many times that we've played together and we just stop doing what we were doing in the game to stop laughing. It's that type of friendship where like, oh my gosh, there's been so many times where Tabitha and I have done things together. I'm like, Tabitha, you do need to make that into a comment. She's like, I do. It was hilarious. So because of you guys watching us do what we do, and Tabitha doing what we do into comics, it's even fun. This is what we kind of look forward to a little bit, just hanging out with you guys, playing games, torturing Moss. I think I get more fun torturing Moss than anything. Because he's, and I don't know what to say. Sorry, I got a little distracted on that one. But guys, it's been real. I'm excited for my coffee. Whew. Trying my best not to yawn. I wouldn't say it's still early morning, but it's I got to get my coffee. Moss says, WTF? What the French? I don't know. What do you mean, what the French, Moss? Oh, and we like you too, Nomi. Oh, thank you, Real Steven TV. Oh, you said you're going to take a nap later? I do need to take a nap. It is doctor's orders. No, but when I say that, people won't believe me. But I'm like, no, like I'm dead serious. I do have to take a nap. My doctor did recommend me to take more naps. I'm like, well, I lose part of the day, but I can see why she wants me to take naps. Tabitha's back.
Did you run out of things to talk about? Why is Moss saying what the
The
frig?
French? I said,
Yeah.
what the French? I asked him that. I asked him like, boss, what do you mean? What the French? But no, what I was saying is that
Because
it's
of your
it-
naps?
Well, their doctor prescribed naps, so
Oh, yes, she's told me about the doctor prescribed naps.
But the thing is, it's a real thing. I do have to have.
Yeah,
doctor
you know
rest.
what? I mean, it makes sense because there are a lot of women in different phases of life for whatever health reasons, but like it's not uncommon for like doctors to tell like women who are expecting or women who after have had kids or whatever like that, where it's like you need to sleep.
Yeah,
There are some women that have what is it like called what is it like chronic fatigue syndrome or something like that, and so your body just needs more time throughout the day to recover. So, forget babies and whatever. It's just there's some women's bodies who don't, and I think a lot of this stuff just has to do with like generations of food and poison and stuff like that. Nomi said her favorite thing is torturing me. Wow. I mean, we have evidence. Didn't you see my hand-drawn evidence based loosely on true events?
I did say that, and I do take pleasure in torturing Moss.
All right. I love this. Kind of looks like Moss with like Mickey ears.
Oh, it does.
Okay, let's get rid of this layer here.
Hunter says, no, me. I don't know why Moss is acting up. Also, know me. My favorite thing is torturing Moss on this stream.
I kind of like the idea of Moss's head just going a little bit over top of the thing
The
here,
panel.
but at the same time, I think that might take away from it. So I don't know. I'm a little bit on the fence about stuff, but we're gonna do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's get our blue and our peppermint. And I'm just going to use Moss. Oh, I should have just used the outline. I'm such a dinkus winkus. Okay, it's fine. But here we go. This is simple too.
Dinkus winkus. I love that.
Moss. These look like your ears, right?
Oh, wait. Oh, can you draw Moss's thumb? Because didn't you say like he has like nice thumbs? Who was it that said that Moss has nice thumbs?
It wasn't me. I don't remember Moss's thumbs. For all I know, Moss has no thumbs. Or all thumbs. I don't.
Ew.
Who said Moss has
nice thumbs?
Who says that? That sounds like somebody with a very specific
Oh, that. No, you don't have to. You just draw Moss with a nice, cute little German hat. What?
Sorry, Moss. I am so sorry. This is what happens when you're your own illustrator. You just have a little bit of the fun. That looks good though. I mean, it's the perfect facial expression, so it's just saving me a lot of extra work. So we're just gonna do. There will be some changes though. He's just a giant thumb. That's right.
Below the camera, Moss is just a giant thumb. He is a thumb maid. Now, have you ever not seen Spy Kids where they're thumbs? They're literally thumbs.
Oh. No, but I do remember in Chronicles of Narnia where they were the feet people. They're just like giant
they just
feet.
jump around. Yeah. But yeah, no, Moss is not a thumb. He's too cool, and
he's a moss moof.
He's a moss moof. I don't know what a moof is, but he's a moss moof.
It's part of his name.
I know it's part of his name.
Yeah, but nobody knows what the moof means.
Yeah,
and I like that it's this little bit of a secret there.
Moof,
moss moof,
moof. Get
it's
out
the name of
way.
his grandfather, Moss Moof, OG. The third. Here we go. All right, so we've got some of the stuff. Then we just have to add the hat, which great. Oh, I suck at drawing hats. Now I have to draw
Another one.
Another hat from the same hat, but from a different perspective. By the way, Moss, I don't remember what your eyebrows look like. This is the best we're getting. But
Moss.
it's enough to convey, that you look distressed.
It does.
Moss, too cool to be a thumb. That should be in your yearbook.
Too cool to be a thumb.
It sounds very high schooler. I like it. Okay, so let me get rid of Moss's the coloring of the head here. And then somehow I have got to add this hat on there. What kind of hat is this again?
What is that hat called in German? Like
It's not a German hat. This doesn't look like, if I would bring up my grandfather's hat, it doesn't look exactly like this. It's got the dip in the front. It's not the same.
See, if you add that little dip, then you would be able to tell it's like a gallon hat or something.
Well, I didn't want it to be a gallon hat. I wanted it to be like those, kind of like a bowler hat. It's just a little bit more squared. That's all. That was what I was going for. Well, ooh. Oh my goodness. Why would you post something like this? Oh my goodness. All right. How about I type in cartoon? It simplifies the shapes for me. By the way, I decided to use my Batman, Batman Forever. Hang on.
Ooh.
Cup that I've had for 20 plus years now. And there's the Two-Face. And then
it has lead.
We've got the handle of the coinage. What, glass has lead?
Someone did a little discovery on those collectible Batman glasses from, the 90s when McDonald's had them. They all have lead.
Oh, well.
Well, we all have lead in us somehow. So, yeah. That's how I like to live my life. I already have it in me.
What? It's just one of those things I can't. How am I supposed to know? I can't. It's just terrible. All right. So here we got a hat, a bowler hat. Let's see. We're going to do this on another layer because I don't want to mess up Moss's pretty face. So
please do.
I don't know. So it kind of dips in the front. So. Okay. And then, okay. Oh, I didn't do Moss's, the rest of Moss's head here. That's actually super important. Hang on. Normally I would start off with a circle, but we're just going to go with what we have here and just pretend like we have the full head. Well, let's just go ahead. It's always important to have a good foundation. So, all right. So there's essentially Moss's head. So let's get rid of that. So now we have this, so we can know where the proportions are. Wait, these flaps flap up around. Oh, Nomi, I hate drawing hats. I hate
hats. Can be tricky.
Oh, have you ever tried to draw a hat, like a cowboy hat or a bowler hat? It flipping sucks, man.
Well, remember that one time we were doing like Job of the Hut?
Oh yeah,
that drawing, and then Mo threw me the challenge to draw a hat, and I didn't have a reference. I was like, I'm just gonna go based on my memory, and it came out stinking good. I was like, yeah, I know what a hat looks like.
I don't.
Struggling a little bit.
Oh my gosh. All right. It's just the perspective. And then it would be like they have like a little curve thing here. I don't know. We're just going to try to draw something real quick and then see what comes from it. Sometimes you just need a really rough, ugly thing to work with, and that gives the general shape of what it is you're going for. So I'm starting to see it now, but it's still, rough. There's still stuff wrong with it, but it's too small.
I think you need to make the bill like that wraps around the actual head frame stick out a little bit more.
How would you like me to stick it out?
So the top circle,
like this? Is that how you want me to create the illusion? That because that's the thing. It's gotta. How do I? And this is more of like a learning curve. Like when I've had to learn this, like when giving instructions to fix it, it's like, yeah, but how do I fix it? But you say make it stick out. I don't know how to. I don't know what you mean by that, and I don't know how to do that. Like, how do I make it look sticky? Wait, do I? Here's the headband thing that goes around. Does that kind of look better? Is that what you mean? Like make it like so with this perspective sticking out.
Hold on. I'm gonna get my actual hat so I can. Now you're making me get things. Hold on, let me get my.
Sorry, you got come on the brush hour. You got to work. Okay, so fantastic. Okay, so this would need to fit around his head, right? So this would maybe need to be down, like size this down more.
Okay.
I think we're on to something here, but
so I'm not gonna turn on my camera because I still not have made my bed because once I saw I was late, I was like, well, that too, but I was like, I'm late, so I haven't made my bed. But okay, so I'm doing it on that perspective of how you have Moss's face.
Yeah, his face, his head's a little bit up, and then his hat's here. So
yeah.
So this actually would need to go up, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would this actually need to be up like this? Like, have I been doing it in the wrong perspective?
No, have it down because when it goes, when it goes up, it's too ridiculous. Going down because it's made to it's made to give you shade, obviously, because it's a hat.
Right.
But yeah, so it's supposed to point down. So I'm holding the hat. I'm having it in like the way that Moss has it. So like I said, Bill needs to extend out of what you had it. So the top hat of where the head would be positioned, bring it down a little bit and then bring in
wait. Hang on. Well, which all right, hang on. Which part? This part?
No.
Okay. Which part?
Oh, if I can only it's by the eyes. It curves up. It curves up.
These areas?
Yeah. No, not those areas. Just the
this
top
one?
hat. The top hat. Top.
Okay, this is the top.
Oh, I can't zoom in because it's not even my thing. I want to take control.
Okay.
Oh, where you had that line, yes. So
this is the top of the hat. Okay.
Yeah. So bring that down and then scoot the corners.
Wait, hang on, one step at a time because all right. So you're saying that I need to shave this off.
Yeah, shave it just a little bit, pull it down. And then in the center of this hat, make it go just a small curvature up. Not too high, but small.
The center of the hat. So this is the center here.
I go a little leave that right there. On the left-hand side, do like a backwards upside down. Do it upside down U. Like make the U, the openings point to the left like a legend. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I already see the vision. Because that would be like the little indents of the hat.
Okay. Well, so before you get all to that, I'm not even focused on shadowing and stuff. I just need to get the shape of the hat.
Okay. We can get that.
Yeah. Because if I don't get the shape of the hat, then the shadows and everything won't properly
that makes sense.
Work out. You got to have the foundation before you can add the windows, if you will, and the walls. Yeah. Okay, but you're saying, so I got what you're saying. It's like the part where you basically put your fingers is what you're talking about. Yeah, I got you. Okay, we'll come back to that. But I mean,
and then
I feel. Let's see.
Work on that while I go get a cup of coffee because it's made now.
Oh. Okay. So it is kind of like a bowler hat, but at this should be a terrible. That's why Nomi and I have been doing couples therapy. We have very different ideas of how to describe things. Same with Sevi and directions. We have very different ideas on how to describe directions too. Especially because Sevi knows how to forgets what's left and right sometimes. Yes. Duke, what you doing here on a Saturday? You know I don't drink that trash. Send me the subscription and I will go get a coffee. But you know how this works one of these days. All right, so I see what Nomi's saying too, because the fact that his head is tilted up, you wouldn't see a lot of up here. But when I do compare to here, I wonder if I need to square it up a little bit. Let's square it up, square it up a little bit. But at the same time, it's not wide enough because his head is here. The hat needs to fit over this. So we're gonna, yeah, I think that's good. And then it rounds out here. So we're gonna get rid of this because it's got to be. I'm okay if it's kind of like, you know, resting on the top of his head because he's kind of scared in the same way that mine is back this way. I do have a little bit of an issue with the brim. I think it's too wide, although at the same time, these are little chibi characters. Everything is always a little bit, and because he's not looking down. So the brim of this, so this is like observation and science, right? So this is a huge part of what they don't teach you in college. They don't teach you the why they don't always, not all of them, but they don't always teach you the why you're drawing what you're drawing. So here we go, because this would then, the brim.
Hello.
Would then, hello, what kind of coffee are you drinking this morning?
French roast.
Oui, ma café, French roast. It's like the one, well, it's not the one line, but it's a line from Godzilla 1999. I love that I was like, oui, ma café, French roast. More crème. Okay, so then the other thing is too, trying to imagine, sometimes it helps to put a little bit of the coloring in just to know where things are going. There would be something like this. Although there's something about back here that's throwing me off. We're reinventing the hat, Nomi. This would be a hat as handmade by Dreaming Tabitha in real life. That's what this would be. I have thought about making a hat before, like when in my Ren Fair days, but I never got around to it. Now I just don't know if it's quite the same hat as this one. I do notice, I think another part is that it goes in almost like a Australian hat here. So I think I need to do more like this. Let's give it, I'm going to get rid of this band here. And then let's just see what this looks like. And then if I were to add, I might switch things up. Like, it's okay. It's you can't see it otherwise, but maybe I'll add the feather on this side. Just Uno reverse it, because otherwise you can't see it if it's over here. And I know that's a little bit like it. It looks like a lost boy.
Oh, the little donkey ears.
We'll make these look nicer, I swear. Poor Moss. Look, it's just part of the process. Like, silliness needs to happen. But I think let's see. Let's distort it a little bit and see what happens. All right, let me reset that. I think it's not big enough.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Exactly. That's kind of what this little nonsense turns into, isn't it? Yeah. That might be the closest. Well, hang on. Nope, I've messed up. Hang on. Might be the closest that we get. I know Nomi was talking about it has like the little indent. That's not so bad, right? Hang on. Before we get back to that, I'm rushing ahead. I'm doing what I told Nomi. Hang on, don't wait.
Ah.
So then you were saying like right here would be these little Pac-Man things, sort of,
Yeah.
kind of. Now this side of his hat is still a little weird to me. I don't like. And if you're new to artistry and whatever, this is all part of the process. You draw, you assess, you redraw. It's just, especially if it's something that you don't know how to do, this is just part of it. You know, you can't escape this. You can only escape it once you learn how to do it and do it well. Like that's just it. You know, when it comes to all this, it's just part of the process. I'm sorry. I can't help it. Maybe we could flag that out. Now, okay, well, with that little bit of a turn, now he looks like, I don't know, Mrs. Doubtfire or something. Hang on. Moss. I'm sorry, Moss. I'm not good at hats, so I'm trying to make sure I don't give you a lady hat like the queen. So I think also Nomi's indentations, I say Nomi's, but like I think part of the problem is too, is the perspective. I think they would be more this way. Meanwhile, I have this, and I'm gonna get rid of these because it's distracting me, because it does make it look a little bit too feminine at the moment, and that I don't want to do that. You know, I know we pick fun at Moss and everything, but I'm not trying to disrespect Moss. You know, that's not cool. You know, we have our fun and whatever, but I want him to make him look cool. I want him to be a cool cowboy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was a big part of it too, is that I had the wrong perspective. Now, yes, if I wanted to and made things easier, I could just import a picture and draw over it. And I have done that before, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you're not good at something, when you're not skilled. Let me reword that. When you're not quite skilled at something, the same way I'm not skilled at drawing hats. But this is also a really great way to learn, is just to kind of go at it until you're just like, I don't know what I'm doing and I need God's help.
Mm-hmm.
We're not supposed to disrespect. You mean you guys can, but there is a limit. You guys know how it is. I know you're just joking around. Fantastic. But yeah, I don't want people to get the idea that we're just here to berate Moss or belittle him or anything. I would never there's a line. You guys know when it comes to friends and stuff like that, there's a line. There's a line.
Yeah, there is a line.
And we cross it often.
Mm-hmm.
So this would then maybe go that way. I feel like that does look better. It's still not quite perfect, but it looks better than it was. So then Nomi was talking about those indents, which would be more towards the front of the hat, like this. That would come with shading and stuff like that later. But I think we may have solved a big portion of the dilemma. If I absolutely hate it and I can't quite get it, resembles a bit of a bonnet, I'm sorry. See ya, Smith and Sons. Thanks for being here. But I think we got a big part of it. The other part is that now trying to figure out how to make the feathers look cool. So then we would have the band goes across here. It's a little bit more Indiana Jones styled hat now, but that's not a bad thing. But I wasn't going for a fedora, but there's, similarities. It's not necessarily, yeah, I know. Fantastic. I know. We just don't tell them out loud. I'm surprised you said that you typed that in the chat, instead of a private message, because, we don't want Moss to actually know that we respect him, I never said I respected him.
Hold on. We respect Moss?
Right. We never said that we respected him. We just didn't want to disrespect him. There's a huge difference.
There's a
huge difference.
Stark difference.
Okay. So if I were to put the feathers on this side, though, they would be in the back this way, and you wouldn't really see them. So I think it would be fun to put them this way, but I've got to make sure I do it in a way. That's not so bad. I don't think that looks too Doubtfire-ish, does it?
No.
I think that, I mean, once I detail them so they really look like feathers rather than flower petals, it'll make the difference. But it also, they might need to go back further. Let's try that real quick. Looks a little too Ebenezer Scrooge.
You know what it
We're having
reminds
a
me
devil of a time with Moss. Who invited Moss?
Who brought moss?
We gotta wear our shirts.
Yeah, you do.
I still have mine. I modified mine.
You know what that hat reminds me of?
What?
I can't remember the lady's name, but it's,
Oh no, not a lady.
it's from Home Alone, Lost in New York. It's that
No.
friend he made.
Oh, that lady that just passed away.
Yeah, it looks like her hat.
Well, but that's okay. It wasn't a lady's hat that she had, was it? Specifically.
Was it? No, I
Was
don't know. She just wore a hat and it had like cute little trinkets on it and birds around. Such perceived disrespect, says Moss.
Well, you know what? If we end up somehow giving Moss a lady's hat, you know what fixes that? Do you know what the automatic fix for accidentally giving a man female apparel, Nomi?
What's that?
A scar.
It only makes his face looks cooler.
A cooler, you know?
Yeah. I think Moss would look so cool with a scar face.
It's been scientifically proven that women find men with scars more attractive.
It's also very true. It's like, man, what happened? Did you fight a bear?
Exactly, because it's a sign of strength,
Resilience, too.
courage, resilience, all the buzzwords. Then you know what the other problem is, why this doesn't look like moss, is that there's no tuft of hair, and we need the tuft. So it's a iconic dreaming Tabitha draws moss feature.
And the beard will come later, guys.
Or it might not. That's also part of a dreaming Tabitha draws moss. Apparently Moss has a beard and I have never seen it. Even though I've met Moss twice in real life, I apparently have never seen his beard. I don't know why.
You know what? After this past MegaCon, this is my first time actually being with Moss in the same room after knowing him for like 3 years. I met him. I don't remember him, but it was Moss. It was Moss himself who told me, he's like, "Yeah, I remember meeting you," and I'm like, "I don't remember meeting you."
I remember
He's like,
meeting Moss for the first time.
He's like, "You were with Joe, and you were like freakishly tall." I was like, "I am freakishly tall. Thanks for observing that, Moss."
Freakishly, wow, Moss.
Yeah, no, he's like, I remember, and I was intimidated because you're how tall you are. I'm like, well, that's
No, he's like, thanks. That's what I was going for.
I got it. I get it from both sides of the family. I get it from the region of Delicias, Chihuahua, Mexico. That's right.
There we go. See, because there's Moss's tuft. Yes, Nomi and her freakishly tallness. So there we go. We've got Moss. We got his hair. Hang on, I don't have his hairline over here, and it's disappeared over here for some reason. Hang on. So real
quick, can you go back to the first comic of Moss, like
the OG?
Well, no, like right on this panel or this book, you gave him a little tongue. How cute!
Well, because he's thinking.
I didn't realize the tongue. It looks good. I like it.
You never done that while you're thinking? Inking?
Oh, I did that last night when we were doing the elements. Like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Okay, look at that, guys. We have done a lot this morning. Hurly cur. I've given myself an outfit. We've redesigned nearly every aspect of this panel. That's crazy. I've drawn a gun properly for the first time almost in my life, a caricature gun. And yes, it is a Batman Forever mug. Thank you for noticing. Back when McDonald's was cool. Could you imagine if they would have had like BTS glass mugs or something like that?
Man.
We would have, it would have been so easy to buy Joe a Christmas present.
I know.
We just go to McDonald's.
And you know what? It's funny you say that because I thought about doing that. I was like, birthday's coming around. I was like, I should just have McDonald's every day. until I get all collectibles of the BTS stuff.
The BTS. I had thought about getting the stuff from the World Cup, but they just offered really cool looking plastic cups. And it's like, no.
No.
I want Batman Forever Days. Hello. Not only that, my family, we still have the tumblers. I mean, nice glass tumblers that were Disney themed. It was Safari, it was Magician Mickey, and then it was regular Mickey. And I can't remember if there was another one, but we had like 4 of them, squared, heavy glass tumblers for, was it 2000? It might have been for the millennia. And they had glass etching just like this. It had Mickey printed in color on one side, and then on every other panel, it had something fun designed with the theme of whatever Mickey was. It even had stuff on the bottom, like celebrating the year 2000 and whatever, and it was amazing. And we still have those tumblers at my parents' house. That's how good quality they were. Well, rest in peace. One of them didn't make it.
No.
Because my sister-in-law accidentally dropped it. And it was one of these moments where, of course, she felt bad because she broke glassware. But then she felt really bad when we were all like, that was one of our Mickey tumblers from McDonald's.
Irreplaceable things.
There was just something special. You guys don't understand. Well, maybe a lot of you do. A lot of you are our age, maybe older. Some of you are forever 27 like I am, where you didn't always get the special things from McDonald's because your family didn't have the funds to do that. So the fact that your family, penny pinchers as they were, spent the money 4 times for Disney tumblers at McDonald's was a big deal. So, and the fact that they had survived 20 plus years, because we got them for the year 2000. So it was a little bit more than just a broken cup. It was our Mickey tumbler.
No, the Mickey tumbler.
It's memorabilia, right? You can't just go out to Walmart and buy a brand new one. The other thing is that, I try to remind myself that when it does come to certain collectibles like this is old. It's like, it's meant to be used. Certain things, I don't like having them just to sit on the shelf all the time. I like to have them to use them because it's like, there's something special about using the cups that were that old and something like, not instead of just sitting on the shelf, because it's kind of like Phoebe from Friends. Know me, won't know. But it's like they don't get to fulfill their Christmas tree destiny, so shout out to you, collectible glassware. Oh, and the other thing is that she dropped it outside on the patio. So that was another thing too, because we had the little one and then we had the little doggies. And you know what a pain in the butt it is to clean up glass, but it was in the crevasses of the tile. What was it? Stone, it was in the grass. And so get the dogs. Anytime we ever drop something and it shatters, get the dogs. Oh. All right. So we got Moss. Looking amazing as always. We might have to shrinky dink him a little bit. I just feel like this is super busy right here too. So that's the problem. It's like Moss looks great, but I wonder, does he need to be like this big? And then hang on, before I do anything, something that I do and don't like about Procreate, this will be a tip for anybody, is that if you let's say I wanted to play around with the sizes of this and I want to put Moss like this, and you can see over on the side it kind of cuts off things. Once you undo this arrow and then you click it again because you're like, no, I want to make it small and move it over again, you'll notice it cuts it off. It doesn't remain outside of the image. And I don't know if there's a way to change that. You can always just press undo, but that's one of the reasons why I always just I'm going to smudge this together. I like it. Duplicate it and then play around with it and always have the original hiding somewhere, because otherwise it's gone. Now, it is pretty great when sometimes you have a pixel that you cannot find and erase. I've had that where, you've got your image over here, right? And then there's a teeny tiny pixel over here you can't find. You could take this, move it over and just cut it off. and it cleans it for you, but it's still, I don't know if it's worth it or not. Oh, Hulk Smash says he gets it. Yeah. All right. So I there's a lot happening in this panel here. And I'm not sure where Moss needs to go. Put him in the corner. I really love how cool it looks when it's big like this. And then we would put, hang on, where's the revolver? Let's duplicate this. And then we would, put some, but I feel like that's repetitive too. But you put it right in front of his face.
It's a comic it's a comic YouTube. It's not real life.
Yeah, these are Nerf guns, Nerf
Yeah.
pew-pews.
They're bubble guns.
Hang on, look, bubbles.
Bloop 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 bloop.
And let's see, we would get rid of. And then it would go, is that too repetitive though? Because it goes from here to the eyes to the gun, and then it's like eyes and gun again. But it makes sense. Or do we get rid of the Nerf gun, pew pew, and just have the bullet, the Nerf pebble pellet thumb? If we just had the thumb,
yeah,
I think that would be better, right? Just the thumb. Because I think, oh crap, I deleted that. In my original one, doesn't he say something? He says help or something like that. And I could, put the big help. Or, you know what? No, what does he say a lot? What? Doesn't he yell a lot?
Oh, he also yells out shots.
Yeah. I don't know if he would say that in this instance, but it's like, oh, don't mind my scribble scrabble graffiti.
What?
Let's see.
Moss, it's been too long that we played games together. Let's play games. We need to know what
far west, man. What are you guys doing tomorrow since Nomi's not available to me?
Yeah, actually, Tabitha, let me text you. Well, actually, I can do it here. Let me put my cup over here and bring out I smell bacon. One of my roommates is making bacon. I smell it.
That's pretty cool. I like this. What? Or something like that. I was parking when the part of the conversation was going on. It's why it's like, wait. It also doesn't look like Moss because he's not wearing his trademark I love mayo shirt. That's right. I should just make a little button on the side of his hat. That's just a mayonnaise jar. Mayo. Poor Moss. Oh, and then we Moss would, I think, in this instance too. There we go. Gotta have the sweats. The meat sweats,
Meat sweats. Speaking of meat sweats, someone's sweating some bacon, and I can't wait to get out of here. Or not get out of here.
I haven't had the breakfast yet. Do you know that?
Isn't it lunchtime?
It is. It's almost 1 o'clock here. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Well, I see your private message. Do you want to message certain people and see if they're available at certain times?
I can message certain people certain times. Let's see.
So with the giantness, let's see. Let's look at, I got to erase Pardon Moss's hat, which breaks my heart because of all the work we put into it. But I do have it saved for, future generations to look at. But there we go. That fills up the space. I think that could work. I think it bounces around. Now, I'm no professional. I'm sure there's better ways to do this. Maybe one day I should send all of my little comics and get them reviewed by some of our professional comic book friend people like Igor or something, or excuse me. Yeah, Igor. he works over at the Riververse. Maybe I should just send him and be like, what do you think of my comics? Do they flow? What would you change? That would not like he's not busy enough, but it'd be really cool to have a
Mhm.
professional look at my stuff and be like, what do you think would have made this better?
Beta.
That'd be kind of cool. I have to see if he would be willing to do that. Thank you, a star, for the fantastic hair. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, guys, look at this. Now we're moving on up to the east side over here. We got Moss doing Moss things, and then the last panel is reserved. Well, I think I got rid of it. No, here it is. This is Nomi, clearly. I don't know who else you would think this would be, but here's, Nomi. And Moss and I are this is the panel I was the most excited about, to try to draw this like rough and tumble something. I don't think we need Nomi's illustration there anymore, because it's and I don't know what I don't know what you're gonna say. I think you might have been like, are you done? But I don't think that will work for this. It needs to be, so it's got to be like this big ball of, kind of like in the Looney Tunes days, where it's like, and so I think there would be thumbs shooting out from all different directions too, because we'll be shooting each other. The only problem, so again, there's like limitations to the story, because you'd be like, you don't actually know that Moss then whips out his gun and but that's going to be all in the video, so that will all translate to this. So I'm going to be taking, I think it was like a 4 or 5 minute segment, and trying to condense it into one page of a comic thing here. So a key thing that's missing would be Moss also drawing his weapon. I mean, I could maybe do another mini panel here of Moss reaching for his gun, but we'll have to see. Because then I was going to put, let's see, we can put Moss's glasses. These are just a sketch here, but we'll put Moss's glasses kind of bent. Something like that. We'll make them prettier, later on. But just to get that general idea. So we got Moss's glasses, which will be bent. That looks really, really long. Let's see. Maybe a crack in the glass. There we go. I don't know what is my character wearing. I think the hat would be, I could put the braid, let's see, like flying around. That's a really long elephant trunk. Hang on. That's a mermaid tail now. Have a hard time with these. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but it's just a sketch, right, guys? It's just the sketch. It's just a sketch. Just my mermaid tail fish braid.
Cute. I like the scales. Looks pretty.
Yeah, I know, right? So that would be maybe me. I don't know. We might put it on the other side. I got to figure out how I would translate the fact that Moss and I are in between here. Maybe there will be a hand. Hang on. Let me save myself the time. Duplicate this. Duplicate that. And I'm going to take these two. And we're going to maybe flip this around. Oops. I got to look at a cartoon reference to see how it is, but it's just kind of like there's going to be this arm that's like sticking out. there's going to be all kinds of crazy nonsense here, but I have to figure out how I'm going to translate all of that.
I like how his little glasses are falling off.
Yeah. Maybe moss is at the top.
Maybe one of the boots, either mine or his, that has the spur.
Boots with the fur, boots with the spur,
No, the spur.
All right, there we go. We're going to duplicate that. I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to get rid of all of this.
Excuse me.
And just let it go like flying in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's kind of like the general idea. But I'm going to.
How about shrink it a little bit and then put it towards the corner, like it's actually flying off, and give the effects like it flew off, like.
Well, so the other thing. Hang on. Let's see. What is this? Oh, this is not meant to be here. This goes here. So this. So this is kind of like the essence. I would shrink it a little bit, and then what happens is that your character is going to go right here.
Okay.
With probably like arms crossed or something like that, where you have that face that you're just. I'm trying to think of the right adjective, but you're just over it. Like, are you done? Mm-hmm. Like, can we move on? That kind of idea. I haven't figured out. I have to go back and watch the video to be inspired and see what all you're going to say. It's just meant to be a blurb right here, just kind of, kind of like, now that there's a very mom moment, like, now that you've got it out of your system, can we move on? I have to simplify it and capture the essence of it, where you're just like, I can't believe this is what we're shooting each other for kind of situation. A very mom moment. But I think that's where we're going to call it here, because that's going to take a lot of extra brain power that I do not have. And I really have to sit and think. But we accomplished quite a bit over here today. We've got my outfit finished. We got a general idea for the background. We redesigned the entire landscape. And then we got the eyes. We've got the pew, the Nerf gun, I don't know. What are we allowed to say? Weaponry. We've got moss. We did an additional hat over here, and a flying thumb, and then a general concept for what's going to happen over here. I need to look at some Looney Tunes cartoons, because they did this kind of stuff really well, with the cloud and the fists coming out of it and all that kind of stuff. So, and then we would move on to inking. And then it would be coloring, and then it's video editing. So it's far from done, but we have moved on a great ways, and I'm super excited about it. Thank you all for spending your time with me today. Thank you. Yeah, almost. Oh my gosh, just in a couple of seconds, it's 3 hours of brush hour. Just try to make up for it. By the way, so brush hour on Monday may or may not be a little late. It just depends. You guys, you might remember the story that I told about this little guy right here. We're getting that fixed. We're getting that fixed on Monday morning.
About time.
Yeah. We're getting that fixed on Monday morning. And so I don't know how long all of that's going to take. So if I don't have a morning brush hour segment, I'll try to see about doing an afternoon one. So that'll just be pending. So there might not be a notification for brush hour until I actually go live. I'm not going to pre-make the show just because but I'm super excited for Monday, because I'm going to be doing a grand reveal for our character's name, our new OC character's name. And I'm also going to show you the coloring that I've done. I'm super proud of it. It's one of the best ones I've done. I can't get over the fact that I did it. Did I fight a samurai? No. I ate toffee, and my crown came off. It's not an actual tooth. It's my crown. So the problem is that they're going to see if it will still fit, because it's been a couple of months. By the way, funny story here before we leave, before we head out. So I went to the dentist to get things checked up and looked at. And I told the dentist about my story with my crown popping off. And she's like, "Did you put it back on?" And I said, no. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, well, hopefully it still fits. And I was thinking about that later on, and I was like, I could have just put it back on. I could have easily just popped this back on. But in my mind, my thought was, well, it needs to be re-cemented, correct? Otherwise, it's just going to pop back off. And the other thing was, I don't know, medically speaking, they're all really obsessed with bacteria and making sure things are clean. So I was just thinking there may have needed to be some kind of sterilization process before or after the cement is on there before putting this back on. Otherwise, maybe it would capture bacteria underneath of it and rot my mouth out in the future. That was my thinking. And I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that way. But I love the fact that I put all this thought into it because of all of my medical experience in the past. And she's just like, well, did you put it back on?
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, that makes perfect sense to put it back on. Thanks
a lot, So here's hoping, because it's been a little while. She's like, hopefully the good case scenario would be that this still fits. However, because it's been a little while, it's possible that it's worn, the old tooth that's still there. It may have worn a little bit because this was customized for that tooth. So if this has changed at all, then I have to get a new crown made, which costs more money and more time, which really sucks. I'm like, but I just put extra glue in it. It's fine. Just put extra glue in it. Right?
But how do you get medical grade dental glue? How?
Gotta pay for it.
I know it's happened. So how would you do that? I'm the dentist. So why didn't you put it back in? Don't you have medical grade
I know,
glue?
right? That was my thought too. Yeah, it's like otherwise it's just gonna pop back off if I don't know.
Let me just get the super glue that's in my drawer.
Yeah, let me go get my hot glue gun and see if that works. But anyway, so I got to get that taken care of and make sure all my other teeth are okay and don't fall out of my head anytime soon. So that's going to be taking place on Monday. All that to say, brush hour Monday will happen. I just don't know what time. So my recommendation for you, besides hitting the like button on your way out, is to be sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what's going on here, and then hit the notification bell so that you get notified of every upload and every time that I go live. Nomi.
Yes.
Anything you would like to say to the people before we leave?
I hope you guys have a fantastic Saturday. That your coffee is hot. It's the right way you made it. Your bacon is crisp, the sun is shining, and that you have a grand day. But if you feel so inclined to follow people, just follow me on X at Nomi Without You, and on my gaming channel, Nomi Without You Play. Hit that like button. Get the notifications on for Tabitha.
So they're going to try to take these.
Yeah, just God bless. That's it.
Boring. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm enjoying my coffee. I'm just like, what do you want me to say? Like, go fight a dinosaur?
Yes.
Go fight a dinosaur.
That's, I think that would be very encouraging for people to go find dinosaurs. But anyway, thank you all for being here. We may or may not be back later tonight. So in the spirit of circling back.
I'm happy to circle back, but I'll have to circle back with you on it. It's a good question. I'll circle back. I'll circle back. I'll have to just circle back with you. We can circle back with. I'm happy to circle back with you.